Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to tonight's episode of Dice and Paper. I hope we remember how to stream, because boy has it been a while since we've done this. And let me just say, I am extremely excited.
Yeah.
Sorry if we seem a little bit slow. We're all very tired today, and we're very excited, but you know, life happens, and I hope you can stick with us through that. And sorry to everyone who's live if you can't see us. But before we can get into the game proper tonight, I have a couple quick announcements to make. First off, I'd love it if you'd consider checking out our good friends, Missing Roll Player Found. With Missing Roll Player Found, adventure is just a dice roll away. Join Snow, Wilson, Clyde, and the rest of AOD Guild as they struggle to survive in the Sword Art Online world. In Sword Art Online, AOD, the rules of the game are the same. Dying in games means dying in real life. But this time there's magic in Pathfinder. Listen to Missing Roll Player Found through your favorite podcasting app, or find them on the web at missingrollplayerfound.com. That's Missing Roll Player Found, as in Missing Roll, ROLL, playerfound.com. New episodes Sunday at 9 a.m. EST. And unfortunately, Isabel isn't here today, so I just want to recommend you all check out our wonderful merch, which Arthur is currently wearing.
Oh.
And
me.
You want more blanket?
Adrian is currently wearing.
Hold on. Boom.
Boom.
It looks pretty badass.
Merch is really cool. It's a great way to support the show, and we just love the way it
Fuck
looks.
you. Sorry.
Made by Adrian and I.
And me.
Adrian, would you like to take us away with D&D Beyond, our favorite D&D service?
Yeah. D&D Beyond, everybody. D&D Beyond is the official tool set of D&D 5e. You can get it on your tablet, smartphone, or device. Any other thing that's electronic. Sadly, you can't get it on a wall. You can store all your character sheets. You can do anything that you want. You can have so much fun with D&D Beyond. We're not sponsored. We just really like their product. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Get it now. All right, over to you, Nate.
Okay, have you hit the button? Okay. Sorry, it's been a long couple weeks. Okay, so I'm supposed to say thank you to Tabletop Audio because they're the best music service we've ever used. I think we can all say that safely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Such
you
a
guys
good
should check it
music
out. It's
service.
totally free.
My favorite song right now is Cave Sound number 3. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I'm so.
it's very good, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
He
spilled
just
water
totally
all over
spilled
myself.
water on his phone and
I
himself.
love
But
Cave's
I would
It's the
totally
worst day
recommend
ever.
Cave Sound number 2. I haven't actually advanced to number 3 yet. Take it away, Art.
Cityscape number 4 is my favorite.
Number 3 again is still the best.
More
I would
importantly,
say.
though, guys, if you guys are checking us out right after the stream, make sure to check us out live at 7 p.m. EST on Fridays. If you guys are checking us out on Twitch, make sure to check out the previous episodes on YouTube at Dice and Paper. Thank you.
You may see this is not alcoholic.
Boom, just a forewarning.
I had to.
Yeah.
It's
I
butterbeer.
always say that.
It's butterbeer.
It's butterbeer.
It's butterbeer. And it's
It's
fantastic.
butterbeer.
But
You
we
wanna
have
all
to hide
just-
the labels, so.
Stop pulling back the curtain, Nate.
Sorry, Orangina. I don't know.
It's all magic.
Don't
Everything
fucking
here
say
is
that
magic.
word.
It's not a word,
Don't
it's a
talk
brand
about
name.
Orangina.
Orangina.
Oh!
Disney.
Guys,
Can you say it?
we're being
3 out of
sued.
4.
We're being sued.
By who, Orangina?
I really love
Oh, God.
I really love the point that we're at the point in our show where we're just like doing the joke we already did. 4 episodes.
Orangina's so small, they'll never sue us.
Or
That's
they
true.
will.
They
Or-
haven't yet.
And Gina.
Everybody else has. Disney, Nickelodeon, all of them.
Yeah, we actually had to fight off Disney.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys
Which-
don't see that
We're
on
the
stream.
only company that Disney can't buy out.
Because we love you so much.
We love Disney. Disney.
Actually, I love the money, but they just didn't. I was outvoted.
Okay.
Anyway,
Kind of boy, mate.
Isabel wasn't here. It could have been more fair, but you know.
last time we left our heroes, they were attempting to lay low after their successful siege of Dioram, so they headed north. Look, can we get through the recap?
What? I was just doing what he was doing.
So they headed north to Selaset, where they hoped to have a quiet day of drinking, but unfortunately managed to pick a fight and ended up, well, it kind of... You know how good our group is at making things more intense than they really need to be? Yeah, well, that happened. And they managed to kill an entire bar full of people.
Yeah.
No, 2 of them
The
escaped.
Called are the most skilled people.
Yeah.
2 of them escaped, guys.
No,
Huh?
I think one of them might have gotten away, and you killed the other one.
No, remember the
Yeah,
two
two
that
of
I was
them at the
going
bar
to.
did.
Dave Shannon came clutch.
Yeah. But during the
And-
fight, they met a wonderful furbolg named Dave Shannon.
Oh, he's so
Sexy
good.
Man.
Oh,
Quite
you
a
don't
good
say
man.
that about him.
Oh shit.
And Dave
Oh, he-
and Valia returned to the
He
hotel.
consented.
While Busto and Cal went.
Consented as well.
Not in the same way. Actually, Valia consented twice. I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ. Trevor, you're gonna need more of that butter beer.
It really is non-alcoholic.
It's not an alcoholic drink.
It's not gonna help.
And Cal and Busto retired to the woods, where
They did it 3 times.
Okay. Let's get through the recap, because tonight's already been a clusterfuck.
Cal and Busto retired to the woods, and Busto talked to a friend of his, a friend from above, a higher power, who warned him to beware in the days ahead.
Oh my god.
What's up with your character lately?
Alright.
But I also have a message for you, dear listener, because I really think you should know that hope can only take you so far. Tell me, do you feel safe?
No.
Should you?
No.
Yes.
Are you certain you ever have been?
Yes.
No.
When I was dead.
Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's episode of Dice and Paper.
Yes!
Boy, am I getting some flashback remembrance of our earliest
No, we
episodes.
don't
Yeah,
want to go there.
yeah,
we
technical
don't.
difficulty.
We don't want to go there.
So we're not streaming on YouTube, by the way, right now,
Yep.
because it's all fucked up.
So if you're
Don't know
watching on
why.
YouTube, we don't.
It's not
know
important to
fixed.
anybody watching on YouTube in the future. Which, good lord, I hope nothing has gone wrong enough that you're not watching this in the future on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean.
But
This is gonna burn down in a week.
we're gonna burn. We're all gonna burn down. We caught on fire, actually. You guys in the future know this, but we don't know it right now.
Yeah.
Is the end of this episode, things just got so chaotic. We just
we
caught
won't
on
go
fire. It just
Yeah.
happened. No one really knows how. But despite our future fate, which has already been sealed, the game world must go on. And
Yeah.
we return to our heroes.
Quite
Honestly-
satisfied.
Shut
actually.
the fuck up. Valley is
They
pregnant.
don't, again, they don't teach you how to do.
I rolled twice and I'm not.
They
Yeah,
don't.
sure.
There's nothing in the Dungeon Master's Guide about how to deal with this. I
I'm not in the DM's guide. I'm sorry.
Trust me, I know.
you looked.
Do you guys have any? Was there anything you were looking forward to doing in the morning after last night? Because if not, I'm just gonna jump ahead a little bit to reconnect with
Probably
our
not. I just
heroes.
wanted to sleep and get away from Nate. I didn't want to hear that all night.
Okay, so you guys actually ended up spending a fairly decent amount of time in Celisette, with no real like immediate danger. It was kind of just decided that you should relax and try and lay low for a bit after the panic of the days before. However, we're returning to you now because I'm not sure who. I would suspect it would probably be you, Cal. have just
It's huge.
heard a little familiar noise. It's been a really long time since you've heard this. It's just a little, sort of like a mental ding that means Miss Delana is trying to contact you back from Oakstead. But before we get straight into that, I'd kind of be curious to just hear sort of how you guys have been spending your time in Solisette.
How long have we been here?
3 or 4 days, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
Probably helping Nate with the hopeless ones, right?
Probably. Where's the, we had a map. I kind of want to see what that little cave is out in the woods.
That's where you guys were gonna go.
That's where we wanted to clear, see if it was cleared so we could start sleeping there.
Okay. Yes. If I'd say in the days you've started to explore it, it is pretty much exactly what you expected. It's an abandoned mine.
Then we would probably have moved me, them, and the hopeless ones to there.
Yeah, you've had a bit of trouble, I'd say, with the lack of actual stability in the mine shaft.
Sure.
You've had to go in and actually, using some of the supplies you brought from Dioram, rebuild some of these passageways.
Sure.
But
cave-ins?
you have what?
No cave-ins so far.
You got a few, but nothing serious enough to warrant harm to anyone. Just sort of setbacks, like
Okay.
a couple hours lost that you had to spend digging out the passageway again. But you have made a fairly good space to maybe not
I mean,
permanently live in,
yeah.
but to spend time in. It is
Okay.
perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
That
was the main thing I think I would do.
I'm gonna, the past couple of days, probably been studying the scepter.
Okay. The scepter you got from Milinatesh, it is clearly a magic item. Just a quick refresher, it's about 4 feet long. It's gold, sort of this ornate engravings with a very slightly pointed tip at one end and a little bulbous head, attachment, a little curl with these multicolored gems. I think there's a red, a green, a blue, and a yellow around the top of the scepter. Without identifying it, it's really hard to figure out exactly what it might do.
Can I get it? I actually don't know if I want to do that. People
Yeah,
might know what that is.
Going to a local would certainly draw a bit of suspicion,
Yeah.
since it's a fairly well-known mantelpiece of the ruling
I don't have.
figure.
Busto, do you have identify?
I know someone who does. You do too. And then I don't have a key.
Yeah,
but
I
would
know.
Point at your key.
I don't have it.
Oh.
I don't
have
think,
one.
at least. You do have one.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, have I seen my patron Sildren with the scale yet? I don't think I have. I'm not saying I
I'm
want to
sure.
do it right now. I just want to make
It's
a
the one
mental
that
note.
Tom gave you,
Yep.
right?
In
Yeah.
exchange for the key.
No, I don't think you've gone to see him yet.
Okay. I don't think so either. So, but
Um,
continue with your thing.
Can I? Val,
Please.
do you mind if I borrow your key to talk to Tom for a little bit?
About what?
I need to get something identified.
Do you mind if I go with you? I don't want
No.
to lose the key. Okay. So then I'll just kind of go to a door, unlock it, just because I don't want
Lose the key.
to lose the key.
Yeah, sounds-
Precisely.
all right.
I'll just kind of look around while he's doing that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not even remotely difficult to find a little back alley in Celisette. It's a pretty quiet town. It's grown quieter in the days you've been there. There's almost been a unspoken curfew. People have kind of chosen to not travel from town to town
Weird
quite as
question.
much. Yeah.
Can I make an insight check on the town?
Yeah, sure.
That's 21.
What are you trying to discern?
See if the town's lying.
Why this stuff is happening?
Oh,
Why
oh,
it's
that's
particularly
not particularly difficult. People
Oh.
have sort of been avoiding traveling.
Oh.
The assassination of the emperor and the whole siege there,
Yeah.
kind of, it was almost like firing a starting gun at a race. People might have had plans for a long time, heist sort of things, realized that this is the perfect time, and things have gotten a bit chaotic in the couple of weeks after Willen's death. But people have just sort of... It's sort of been an unspoken idea that just everyone should lay low for a little bit. And because of that, less people have been traveling the roads just in the last couple of days.
And also, another question. People know the Lunar Knight did it, right?
They're aware the Hopeless Ones and the Lunar Knight were involved. They don't know
Well-
the Called were tied. Besides the
Yeah, I kn-
rumors coming from the peasants, they don't know the Called were involved.
Okay. But there was a giant flaming moon right above him.
Yeah, they know
So,
that it was the Lunar Knight.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to know that. All right.
And me. It
And
was
you.
both of us.
You were the infantry.
We were
I
in
was
equal
the
parts.
killing force.
We were in equal parts.
And Busto
Yeah.
was there too.
Well,
Busto.
You don't
got
have an
army
insignia,
of
dude.
fucking
He
magic
doesn't, he doesn't have a
peoples.
call sign nobody knows. Unless they
true.
were there.
Or
Or do you say it? Sorry, buddy.
yeah. So
They don't know.
Tom,
It's me.
right?
You pass through this little back alley door you found over to the eastern side of that archway, and you find yourself back in that black velvet room with the soft golden lights that is Tom Grocery's grocery shop. And as usual, Tom is
my
just
God.
standing behind the counter. He seems to be idly working on some little piece of clockwork today. It's kind of hard to identify what. It just sort of looks like a twisting gyroscope, if that makes any sense. But as you walk in, he looks up briefly and gives you a little nod and a smile and sort of goes back to what he's working on.
What's that you're working on?
He goes, oh, it's just a little piece. I'll be honest, your visit a while back with Joshua actually kind of intrigued me. And I've been looking for old pieces of technology from a time I haven't thought about in a while. And, well, I know this is from then. I don't really know what it does, I'll be honest with you, but I think it would be certainly interesting to find out.
All right.
He kind of holds it up and, like, turns it for you. He's like, I think it's supposed to spin, but I'm not... It's a bit hard to tell why.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
That's a natural one.
Natural one. You're pretty sure it's an eating utensil.
It explodes.
You think that if you squeeze it a little, it would pop out and cover your hand and let you pick things up easier.
Fucking awesome. I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab it and squeeze it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not
Can
gonna
I make
do
an
it.
Arcana check to
That's-
see if I know what it is?
Here.
Sure.
Are you in there?
I'm there with you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stand outside.
Well, no, I'm gonna stand around.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Ooh, that's better than a natural one.
A lot better.
It looks like
Not by much.
it definitely spins, like Tom said.
Whoa, like a top?
I highly doubt we're gonna beat Tom in an Arcana check.
It
Just
looks
saying.
like it might be some sort of a... Do you have any sort of background in magical machinery?
More than likely, no.
No.
Play a lot
If
of
it's
Skyrim.
if it's expensive, then there's a possibility.
I'd suppose it looks kind of like the sort of machinery you'd find at the center of something. Besides that, it's really hard to tell.
Whoa, is that like a quantum 4-piece core?
He looks at you and goes, How many of those words did you know the meaning of?
I know them individually. I don't know them all together.
And he gives you a little grin and he says, sounds about right. Sorry, I've gotten a bit distracted. Is there anything I can find for you today? Anything I can help you with?
I was actually wondering if you could tell me what this is, and I'll put the scepter on the.
He kind of looks down and looks back up at you and goes, well, I mean, this is Willen's. I'm sure you know what it is. I'm guessing you're asking me to tell you what it does?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I can work on that for you. How much are you willing to spend on this?
How much do you want me to spend, Tom?
Well, all right. I'll identify it for you, but only because I have a hunch. And my guess is that it's not going to be impossible to attune to, but it won't be easy either. So, since I already have some suspicions about its functionings, I will identify it for you for free. But if you want further help, then it's going to start costing.
It is a quantum 4-piece core.
And
Thank you.
he sort of shuffles his shoulders and then puts his hands along the scepter, and you see his eyes briefly just flash a glowing, like, just this sort of blast of arcana as the scepter sort of just briefly shakes on the table in front of him. And then he looks up at you, and he says, well, it's, I'll be honest, it's more of a figurehead piece. It's certainly valuable. It has a very powerful transfiguration spell that has been bound to it. It can transform into weapons that the user has an ability with. Besides that, I think they mostly just used it for show, but it would certainly be valuable to a warrior.
Question: how much do you think it would cost, and if it's even possible at all, for you to transfer that enchantment onto my trident?
Well, attuning you to it is one thing. I'd have to trick it into thinking you're a royal, which would be easier because of your bloodline, but it would still require a bit of finagling with the arcana. Moving the enchantment will be quite expensive, and it will require me to hold on to your trident for quite a while. It will run you around 5,000 to 10,000 gold.
You'd go in debt.
Do I know how much or how hard it actually is to transfer the
It's
enchantment?
hard.
Because I've done it once.
You can transfer it. It's the more complex the enchantment, generally the more tightly bound it is to the scepter. Probably the way you'd want to transfer this is you take apart the scepter without damaging the enchantment and try and graft parts of the scepter along with the enchantment onto your trident. He isn't lying when he says it's really difficult. It risks the stability of both, but plus because your trident already has an enchantment on it.
Yeah.
It would risk both your trident and the scepter, and if you wanted it done well, it would take a while and be quite expensive.
Okay. I can keep the trident then. Just fuck it up so it doesn't look like that trident. Not the trident, fucking the scepter. Alright, well, how long do you think it will take for me to be attuned?
Attuning to it? If you're willing to stay here, I can probably do it in a day or two, maybe.
I have all the time in the world. Let's say we did this on the first day.
All right. We can say we did it a little bit earlier. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's kind of seemed that way anyway. He says it's still not gonna be cheap. I'm gonna need at least 2,000 gold pieces for that. But
What? I can't.
You can always get that.
I am always willing to work out another deal.
That's my Tom.
How much gold do I need to pay you?
You freed up your debt somehow. I don't remember how, but you
Oh,
did.
that's true. I gave you the ice wand.
Wand of Wizard. I don't know if that was it or what, but
Yeah, that was it. It was wand of winter or something.
yeah.
Um,
Still not attuned to that, by the way. That's only gonna be like an hour, right?
how long did it take for me to attune to the fire gauntlets?
I think it's about 8 hours for the fire.
Okay, so I
gauntlet.
did that last night with when Busto was doing his
All right.
weird fucking cutty thing.
Yeah.
How do you think?
You cutting yourself?
Blood magic.
Wow.
What? That's what he was
cutting
doing.
himself.
How many attunement slots do you have, by the way?
You can have up.
This is gonna be your third, unless you're attuned to anything else.
Yeah, that'd be it.
I don't-
I think I got some pretty powerful shit to attune to. And if I don't,
You can always get more powerful.
and if I don't need anything attuned anymore, I can just get rid of it, right? Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, I gotta talk to Tom too.
All right. How long would it take me, do I think, to attune to that thing?
The scepter? On your own, you probably couldn't, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, because it's designed to only attune to the current ruler of Diorum, which definitely isn't you.
I'm his
No.
kid.
We've been over that. You are not the line of procession.
I
at the
killed
moment.
him.
It's,
I killed him and I'm his kid. That stacks up pretty good.
it's great. You're still not. You haven't been you haven't been sworn into office. I mean, if you went and fetched like Henderson, the wizard or something, he could probably just
Yeah,
swear
but
you
he'd
into office.
also kill me.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'd say if you spent the next week or so studying the scepter, you could probably tune to it on your own.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
But this is gonna be every night,
All right,
constant.
perfect.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Valia, I think you wanted to talk to Tom as well.
Yeah. Will you leave?
Did you ask me that in game?
Cal, would you mind stepping out for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Two things. Actually, one for you, Trevor. Did I get that flying carpet
Fixed?
stitched up?
I don't remember. I don't
Okay.
think so.
All right, Tom. I'm gonna throw it on the table.
Ah,
I
Valia.
need this fixed.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I
That's
can
the
certainly. I'm personally not of the arcane arts myself. I can't fix it, but I definitely have contacts
Would
I
it
can
be
go to.
cheaper to fix it or buy a new one?
This one is fairly damaged. I think it would be a touch cheaper to fix this than enchant a brand new one.
All right.
But it's still certainly not going to be
Understandable.
particularly cheap.
Understandable.
A magic carpet is a
Expensive.
out of game. It is a very rare magical item. So
Yep.
buying a new one is gonna run you 5,000 to 50,000.
I understand. Yeah.
But Tom says for fixing this, especially in the state it's in now, it's still gonna run you around 10,000 gold pieces.
Okay. That's all right. Second thing, Tom.
Rolled a natural 20 on accident.
Yes, dear.
Totally confused. Okay. I would like my necklace enchanted, but for the life of me, I don't know what I'd want it to be enchanted with. So can you throw some out at me? Some good ones, something that can help me out.
Invisibility.
I just want it. What?
Invisibility.
Maybe. You know me pretty well, Tom.
Valia, do you know when? Have you ever been to a restaurant?
What a question.
Been to a lot of bars.
Do you know when you go to a bar, and maybe this isn't the right metaphor. Do you know when you go to a library? Have you ever been to a library?
Probably.
Probably. And you walk up to the librarian and you ask her, I'm not sure which word I'm looking for. Can you just start listing them off for me until I figure out which one I was wanting?
Two things about that, Tom. One, when I went to a library, I probably just stole the book. And two, didn't you hear me just spur out a bunch of words to you? I just say what I think is right.
In this case, dear, I will need a little bit more specificity. I'm not an enchanter myself, so
Well, just
I'm not
name
even-
me some enchantments that you know off the top of your head.
invisibility, shielding, fire resistance,
I don't need that.
What? Wait, there's a fire. Would that double mine?
no.
Maybe.
I don't think so. You can check. You have the whole thing with all
Is
the
there
items.
anything-
Immune.
I'll come back to you, but how much would you say a normal enchantment
If you're
cost?
Okay. I think I might understand. Are you looking for the sort of abnormal enchantments, something you might not find on any given day?
Maybe. It would be nice. I just want something that's cool.
I think I could do that.
Oh.
If you're willing to accept,
I have more than just gold I can give you too.
well, if you're willing to accept a modicum of chance, I could probably even have it be fairly cheap.
Explain.
There is a practice in enchanting where you capture raw magical essence. It's sort of like what
Shit.
sorcerers do, and you usually use this as a framework to build the enchantment atop of. But if you're just looking for something interesting, I could just bind that raw magic to it, and we could end up with whatever enchantment happens to stick. It would certainly be interesting.
It certainly would,
Wild
Tom.
magic enchantment.
What's the chances that I'll die?
Probably 0. Most likely, you're just going to end up with something that does a rather weird.
Sure. What's the
Continuous
chances my
effect.
necklace breaks?
15%.
Do it,
pussy.
It
Oh.
won't likely explode or anything. It's more likely that
Will it? If it breaks, will it be fixable?
in terms of breaks, I mean, it is going to end up in a state where wearing it is not feasible. You'd still have the necklace. It just would be a bit of a pain.
15%. Do it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's every time I have to roll.
Fucking do it.
Fuck it. Let's do this shit. Trevor's got that
20
one.
million gold.
He says it's still going to cost
I have
a
more
little
than
bit.
just gold, which is why I had you step out.
Sure. What
Well,
do you
tell me how
have
much
that
it's gonna cost first.
for this with an enchantment of this caliber? Only around 1,500. It's not. I'm not doing anything particularly hard at this
I
point.
can pay that. And I'm handing 1,500 gold.
Okay. So
Shit.
I'm fucking starving over here. I don't have any money.
I still have 4,570. Curious. How much would a rare item take off of that carpet of flying?
a rare item.
3,000?
I could certainly cut 3,000 off of it. I'll only run you 7,000 gold pieces.
Fuck you.
I read it and I
Fuck
didn't. It's
you.
not worth the attunement slot. It's not.
What?
Just fucking give my wand away.
Yeah.
You know how fucking useful that was?
Okay, it is if I didn't already know 2 out of 3 of those spells.
I could have used it. But I still could have used it.
Oh, I'm sorry, you
could
gave
have
it to
all
me.
wands. Fucking-
Here's your wand of winter.
Up both sleeves.
To be fair, I didn't get any.
I'm fucking sorry, dude. I thought it worked for her, and then you fucking sold it, bitch.
It's just because I can use all of them, and the charges I have to roll every time, and there's a chance it could just melt away forever. It's not worth the attunement slot.
Attunement.
Okay, you can have
God
that
damn
because
it.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's a game.
Maybe even 3,500 for that. That's such a good wand, dude.
7,000 gold pieces, Valia.
What?
And I'll fix your carpet.
Wait,
If you give me the wand, I'll only
What?
charge
It
you
was-
7,000 gold pieces.
what the? Ooh. I forgot that it wasn't 5,000 before. I thought it was 5,000 to fix that thing.
No,
It was 10,000?
Yeah.
Alright, well, can I start a tab?
You don't want to have an unpaid tab with me, Valia.
Well, here, look. I'm gonna give this to you. And we'll keep it 7,000.
Sure.
Okay, can I store the carpet here as well?
Sure. I'd love to take your random fabric scraps and keep it in a little box just for you.
Well, you can keep it in
I'll put
anyway,
your
it doesn't
name
have
on
to
it
be a
and
box.
everything and a little smiley face.
Want me to do it?
No, and he takes the carpet and he pulls it behind the desk. with
Here's
him.
your wand of winter.
He actually doesn't. He
He
kinda
doesn't want it?
pulls his hands away and just goes, "You can just set it on the counter. Thank you, dear."
He doesn't like the cold.
I know, because he takes your fire magic.
I didn't think of that.
Is that a problem, Tom?
Bad experiences. Not a fan of the cold.
This wouldn't have anything to do with Sildy, would it?
Oh, with your grandfather? No. No.
I mean, you did have one of his scales.
I had one of his scales because we were friends a long time ago.
I'm very good friends with him. I've never stolen one of his scales.
Well,
You take a dragon's scale, it's pretty bad, and this could lead to a bad experience with the cold.
I am aware. Believe me, Valia, I am aware.
Digging deep here, Tom.
If you want information, that costs gold too.
I kind of want to know. I'll flip
I know.
a gold coin over to
Oh
him.
shit, that's gotta make him spill.
He catches. Yeah, he catches and he looks at it and goes, "What are you asking for?"
Why don't you like the cold?
Okay, with 1 gold coin,
Made of snow.
I can tell you that I am.
I'll make it a cold gold coin unless you tell me.
Shit.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
fuck! Wait, what? Real?
That's what he's trying to do.
8.
8. He sort of spins it around. He says, with 1 gold coin,
Will you please,
please
tell me?
I can tell you I don't like the cold because I am not fond of it.
Will you please
That is what this
tell
1
me what
gold
the
coin
bad
is.
experience was with 20 persuasion? Not Nat.
I'm gonna say he hits the gold coin down on the counter and he flicks it back over to you and he goes, Valia, I'm not fond of the cold because I've spent a lot of time being cold. More to the point, I am of a disposition that is just not particularly fond of icy environments. Your grandfather is, but I am not.
22 on insight.
22 on insight. He doesn't fucking like the cold.
Is that everything you just told me? Is that the truth?
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
No, he's not lying to you.
Okay. Bye.
Did you buy the necklace thing?
Yeah, I gave you $1,500.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead, do your thing on
You
that.
got a bit distracted there.
Sorry.
He will,
A lot of shit just went down.
if you give him the money, he will
I did. I already gave
take and enchant it.
$1,500.
You're gonna have to come back to get it because it's gonna take a little while.
my necklace.
We don't have to run through that. I'll tell you what happens.
Later or now?
Just right now.
If it breaks, I'm gonna fucking be pissed off.
How many dice do you have?
How many do you need?
I need you to roll a D10,000.
Can I look that one up?
Yeah, probably.
For every digit, or for every 2 digits, it's 1.
1D1000.
Oh yeah, roll it online. What am I, a fucking idiot?
Himate virtual
Yeah.
dice roller. No, not 2D6.
D&D Beyond, it's cool. It's nice. Tabletop audio.
Don't use these guys. I'm
It's
not gonna
pretty
say who they
awesome.
are, but just don't use them.
Tabletop audio is fantastic. Alright? Also,
Roll any dice code.
it's been a long day.
Roll. 272.
272.
Holy fuck, that is low.
That's not always a bad thing
Are
when
you sure
Trevor
that was a D10,000 or D1000?
Oh, did you want 10,000?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you wanted D
Oh my god.
1,000. That's a pretty okay.
I was like, for a 15%
2,167.
2,167.
It's not much
chance.
better.
What's with the 2s and the 7s?
I don't know. It's not much better.
2,167.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah,
Uh,
no, ah,
you're a sheep now, forever.
Okay.
no.
No, it's not bad. It's
Okay. Is it really cool?
no.
Oh fuck. Is it the thing where I get to like read plants' minds for a day?
No.
It's awesome.
You can't do anything with that
Buster would be
information.
fucking freaking out and going, oh my god.
I already can though.
Oh.
I have advantage.
What do
for
I get to
Christ's
do?
sake.
Upon getting it back from Tom, he sort of just hands it to you. He says he basically confesses he isn't quite sure what it
Shit,
does.
That's not good.
He says it seems to have some transmutation thing
Oh,
going on,
Oh lord, Lou.
but it certainly doesn't. He can tell you it doesn't affect organics and it doesn't affect the necklace itself.
That makes absolutely zero sense to me. Because what the fuck does it affect?
Not organics.
Yeah,
Non-organic material.
And not the necklace.
artificial material.
So it's gonna affect me.
You're
No,
organic.
you're organic.
Oh, sorry.
Why
It's
are
been a
you-
very
You're literally
long
called
2 weeks.
An
guys.
organism.
I've been home for 12 hours in the last 2 weeks.
Don't talk into your blanket; they can't hear you.
Sorry.
You just did it again.
Guys, you should really use ROLZ dice roller. It's really cool. You can go up to any
We'll
dice
save again.
code.
We'll save one more time.
And
I'm helping you.
upon leaving, you clasp it again behind your neck, and you see that the gem has this very faint glow now.
Shit.
But besides that, there is no discernible effect.
We're gonna be in a fight.
Can I
later.
go up to the table, which is not organic, and
Okay.
just go?
Yes.
What
you
is
look,
organic?
You
Not
look
living.
quite silly, and pretty much nothing else happens. I'm gonna say right around this moment is
Oh,
when
shit.
Cal and
I'm outside, so yeah.
yeah. So you just see Valia running around, touching the necklace to every non-organic thing she can find, to no effect, really.
What's going on there?
I don't know. We don't know.
Can I look at it?
No,
Why can't I look at
because
it?
it's mine. It could kill you. You could blow up.
I just want to make an Arcana check on it. See if I know what's.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good
15.
idea. I'm gonna use Arcana too.
15 on.
Natural
Arcana.
20 on Arcana.
Okay.
Bitch.
That's great.
I didn't even think of that. Hey, tell me what this thing does.
Arcana.
Can't
Natural
just do
20.
that.
You know it's magical. You know Arcana isn't detect
I
magic.
wasted my nat 20 on
Yeah.
that.
Arcana is like identifying magic
So
items.
it's not even magical? Okay, wait.
It is magical.
I'd say with an Arcana, since it's just what you're looking at, you can tell that the enchantment, whatever the enchantment is, it makes the gem glow.
So
That's
ba-
about all you can
is
gather
that all
from a
the
cursory
fucking
glance.
enchantment did?
No.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna wear this, and this could go off at any time, and we have no idea
Okay,
what it's
can you
gonna
say
do.
what it does to me again? It's organic.
And it
doesn't
glows.
It does
affect
some
organic
transmutation thing to non-organic material that isn't the necklace.
So basically, I could turn a chair into a
No.
couch, and I wouldn't know.
A
it.
chair is organic material. It's
No.
it's wood.
No, buddy,
Bro,
no.
plants are organic material.
Oh, no, buddy.
Okay, non-alive material.
Oh, okay. Okay. What? It makes sense.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And I also assume that means like it's not gonna transmutate my salad. I got you there.
Yep, no, your salad's okay, buddy. Don't worry.
Okay.
You
Good job.
sure?
I'm done with what I need to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking focus on the scepter for
Dude,
the next couple
I'm gonna
of
get a
days.
gambling addiction because I gotta keep doing this shit to everything. $1,500
Russell,
wild
what have you
magic
been
enchantment.
doing?
What?
What have you been doing?
He just got his fucking character sheet up.
Yeah.
Busto has actually been doing a lot of a spell called Commune with Nature as a ritual. Busto's particularly trying to find any powerful celestial, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead. And he's trying to learn more about the intricacies of the people here in Celicet. That's about it.
Wow, that was a super well thought out answer,
Thank you.
Busto.
Boring. Let's go fucking get a scepter scan.
I have something I need to do.
Yeah.
Actually, I have two things I need to do. The first thing I need to go talk to Rune. I want to ask her what those guys were. Like what group they're
Which
part of.
guys? The
the
Fletchers?
arrow, the Fletcher people.
Yeah.
Like
Like I want to know more about them.
sure.
And since she lives here, she's in the thief business.
Yeah. You
Move it
actually
down.
we have don't move your head like that. It makes me uncomfortable. You actually have heard of the
winking.
Fletchers before. You probably don't remember because it was a while ago and I don't think you were listening at the time because we were very distracted with something else. But the Fletchers were one of the gangs that was more well known than the Forgotten Ones
Oh,
or the Hopeless ones.
Because we just blew up the biggest city in the
Yeah.
fucking
They
world.
were.
So.
They were.
Yeah,
more
they
well
were.
known. You don't have to go get all defensive.
Damn straight, we're the number one. We're ace. We're the hot shit.
Crazy. Do you remember this conversation you had with Rune where she told you not to get like too boisterous with
Dude,
the
it's been
hopeless
3 or
ones
4
right
days.
now?
I'm fucking.
She's
hyped.
also 18.
That's
She's like a
true.
little kid.
Just
I mean,
turned
we're
18.
Yeah,
I already turned 18 yesterday, guys.
You can go talk to Rune
No,
if you'd
me.
like.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, if you just told me everything, I don't need to.
okay.
Then I gotta
okay.
do my other thing.
Sure.
I gotta go into communion and give him the scale.
All right.
It's cool to do now.
That'll be fine. So venturing into communion in public is always a.
I thought I was in that little dark alley.
So
Oh, you did it literally after getting out of.
Yeah, I forgot.
I was like, wow, this necklace is so cool. And look at her, and she's like,
Yeah. Your amazing grasp of social skills and timing have yet to.
buddy.
Impress me.
I'm the only one with a 20 in charisma right now.
You're not showing it.
I don't need to
I
show
got a
it. I got the
9.
rolls to prove it.
Roll right now and add charisma.
If it's in that one, I'm gonna be very upset with you. Can I roll plus 9? Because that's like my persuasion. Nice. It's a 14 plus 9.
Okay.
That's a 3.
That was very incorrect.
All right. Yeah. So you, I guess, literally, you walk out of Tom's, take the necklace, go, woo, oh, it didn't work. And
Shit, I can ask him too.
all,
This is gonna be a great game, guys.
your approach to investigating a mystery is amazing. I'd love to see what would happen if you saw a crime happen and then just start running up to random people and going, "What do you know about this person?" And they're like, "I never met them," and you're like,
I got 10,000
liar!
suspects plus you.
No.
I
But-
just want to know what's going on, man. He's only the second guy. It could be a lot of people that know.
You appear again atop this frozen mountain. Those billowing clouds of snow have reappeared, covering the stars around you, and you can see Sildren is sort of just curled up in the center of this little dip in the top of the mountain. He isn't asleep, and as you sort of walk through the snow and he comes into view, you can see one of his eyes open to glance over at you. And a slight smile sort of plays across his reptilian features.
Sildy!
He turns his head and he looks to you and goes, Valia, oh, it's wonderful to see you, dear.
I'm gonna stand out waiting for my hug, man.
You see him, he sort of sidles over to you, and you can see he seems to not want to stop being a dragon right now, and his tail just reaches out and wraps around your torso to
I'll
give you a
take
little
it.
hug.
I'll take it. I'm gonna pull out the scale. Leave it at him.
He's like, oh, fuck, and he
Because
kills you.
you've gotten a silver scale there. Is that...
It's yours.
Oh. And you see now he just, like, down into his human
Damn
form.
straight he did.
And he takes it out of your hand to look at it. And he specs it for a second. He says, where did you get this? I didn't think my body was still sitting around somewhere.
Thomas Grocery.
Thomas who?
Grocery.
His last name's Grocery.
I know, it's a weird story.
Is there a story behind?
He doesn't know him as Tom Grocery.
Huh?
Is there a story behind
Well,
his
he owns
last
a
name?
grocery store.
I guess it's appropriate.
That's what I said.
Do you think did the name come first or did the grocery store come first?
It's like the chicken and the egg. It's like a mystery that'll always go beyond.
Oh wait, how do you get my scale?
That's why I don't know. He said something about you know. I don't know. It happened
looks
like
at the
weeks
scale
ago
for a
in real
second.
life.
And he says, he says, what? His name was he? Who? Where would I have known him from?
I don't know. He had a bad experience with fire, and said that his people, or his kind, don't like fire. I'm not racist. I just don't appreciate it when they don't appreciate our power, Sildy.
You're not racist. You're just wrong because you just said fire twice.
He doesn't like cold.
There you go.
I can be fire if I want to be fire.
What's Valia's intelligence?
Higher than you'd think.
What is it? Can you
14.
lower it a couple points for me? Real
No.
I want to clarify something, Stream. He has double my intelligence. And yet he's this dumb.
Let's just
Um,
stay in real life.
Ah!
Love you, mate.
Are you gonna answer me,
So
Sildy?
looks,
What the fuck?
I totally forgot what you said.
I
buddy.
said Tom Grocery. I'm not racist. Tom Grocery doesn't like cold, and I don't appreciate it when people don't like cold like we are.
Okay, he sort of looks and he goes, so he's a merchant who doesn't like cold, who has one of my scales. And I know him?
Yes, 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 and you should.
Doesn't ring a bell. Can you describe him? Can you tell me where he
He
lives?
looks
Anything like
human. He lives in a dimension or a sub-dimension of ours, or of mine. Brunette.
that? Not. He's not.
blonde.
You can't even get that right.
Blonde.
Okay.
I can't see him in real life.
I
It's
know.
hard.
He looks like Trevor.
No.
Trevor
That's
is a
enough.
brunette.
No.
Well, he's got
No.
brown hair.
Definitely not blonde.
It's not blonde.
Dirty blonde.
Okay.
Okay, so
this
it's
is
brown
the wrong.
blonde.
This
Sorry.
is the wrong detail to get stuck on.
Yeah.
He's got hair.
Sildred kind of looks at you for a second. He goes, "Is there? I would honestly really like to talk to this folk.
Want to right now?
Would he want to talk to us?
Well,
If
he
someone
seemed
has
very
a,
inclined on you getting that scale.
if he has a scale of mine, he's either a friend or a
Enemy.
yeah.
Well, isn't everyone? He said he was a friend. Tom Grossi lies. He doesn't like cold, which makes me believe he wouldn't like you. However, he seems to like me. It's a very weird thing. Is there anything that he could do to hurt you? He's very talented in magic. Like, check this out. I'm gonna show him my necklace. Maybe he knows.
He takes it. He looks at you. He says, "Oh, you've gotten it glowing. Is it?" And he seems to squint a little. He says, "What'd you do to it?" And he goes, he goes.
Okay, hey, I paid good money for whatever that does.
He sort of nods. He says, "That's kind of what I was figuring."
It's transmutating. Are you alive?
No, I'm just in your
Give me
head,
that!
Valia.
I take it right back. Shit.
He kind of pulls his hand back. And he goes,
It only hurts non-living things. It transmutates them into something
"Yeah,
else.
it also doesn't look very stable."
Well, you know what, man? It's not.
He goes,
It's wild magic.
"This Valia, your respect for family heirlooms has yet
Hey,
to cease to amaze me."
hey, this is all you've ever given me, okay? Maybe if you gave me some other stuff,
Yes.
it wouldn't be worth as much.
He goes, "Valia, I'm kidding. You've used it in the perfect way."
I had it 120 fucking years.
He goes,
38.
"I would like to talk to Tom.
We can do it later.
I'll need a little while to seek out some way to. Well, I'll need to find some way to
I don't.
inhabit a physical form for a little while.
Sure.
I might have some people I could
Just-
talk to."
Listen, just try to find out if he's friend or foe. Because if you go in there and he's foe, and you're in your physical form, not being a dragon,
Well, you can't kill me twice.
well, he can't kill you, but he can sure as hell trap you.
That's a good point. Valia, I will certainly look into him. I think it would be good for the both of us to know.
I'm gonna need this back soon if I call on you. But this may help. I'm gonna give him the key.
He takes it and he looks at it.
If you need any door, put it in. You can talk to him yourself.
He kind of just looks at the gold color of the key for a second and just pockets it and goes,
You don't have a door on the mountain, do you?
"I don't. Thank you though. It's a bit tacky of a key, don't you think?"
I didn't make it. He said it's expensive. I think it's just plastic.
He goes, "It's not plastic. It's solid gold." But
Well, you know what? Sometimes, I don't know.
he goes, "I will."
Look what he did to my necklace, man.
He goes, I can't use a door because there isn't a door here.
It came from your blood.
This isn't a here. But I can certainly use this to try and track down a bit more information about him."
Good. If you need any help, call me.
He goes, "I certainly will."
Right. Can you get me out of here?
"I thought you got yourself here."
I did.
"Well, then make yourself leave."
Sorry, I'm distracted with this necklace.
He goes,
Bye.
"Yeah,
He's
you don't
like
leave.
Mid-sentence.
You just say that, and then he kind of just keeps looking at you.
This is on you.
"Nah, you're doing this, Valia.
Sylvie.
Come
I
on,
mean
Valia.
it.
You've gotten yourself into this mess. You can get yourself back out."
Do you want me to use this on you? Because I could do anything, man.
I'm like in the real world, like, hello.
Yeah, you take the necklace and you like flail it in his
Come
face.
on!
And nothing happens. He just looks at you with a very curious expression. And then he taps you on the forehead, and the world.
It was
dissolves
fucking
around
him.
you.
That bitch.
And you come to in the alley with Cal looking down at you in a very concerned.
But I'm
manner.
like this, going like this.
I'm like dodging it.
Fucking. Oh, you're alive. It's okay.
All right. Well,
Definitely the weirdest communion.
I'm gonna go walk around a little bit. You have fun figuring out what the hell that does.
I'll walk around with you, see if I can fucking make any caravans just go poof.
Sounds good.
So
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be hidden things with a necklace for the next 3 episodes. Thanks a lot, Trevor.
he rolled the enchantment, not me.
Does it make it glow?
All right.
Oh, I forgot you're alive. I forgot that rule.
So everybody take 3 seconds. Think about the choices that got us here.
I'm so fucking tired.
Are we done with the couple of days we've been in
We're-
Celicet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say
Oh my god.
right around
Oh.
I would have been just making or trying to make some money then.
okay.
At that point, if there's nothing else to do,
Do you know how to do that?
what make money?
Yeah. You didn't even know what money was
Not
not
really.
too long ago.
Yeah, but I've kind of learned the importance of money
Okay.
since the
I
college.
just want
I know, thank you.
All right. What
So
the fuck is going on?
So Busto, yeah, I'd say looking around town for odd jobs, just your stature alone is plenty enough to sort of get you a variety of positions. People looking for one of the most common ones that you seem to have picked up on greatly due to your ability to calm down animals is people want you to move livestock. And they seem to usually bring you in to expecting you to kind of herd them, but you've just taken to just picking them up and carrying them.
Buster gets so
Just like a
pissed he
cow under
thunderclaps
each
them.
arm, and just walk into the next field. And I mean, people love it. They think it's hilarious. It works great because the cows just come out of it, just totally enthused with you.
Yeah, it's
So I'd say you've racked up probably a good 100 or so gold pieces in the few days you've been here.
Good job.
Plus, I would say the
Oh, I didn't see that.
good.
the woman that you have been working for, her name is Lily Johnson.
Don't worry about it.
Fuck.
She runs this place called the Silver Hinges. It's a joiner. They make like literally just the like nails, basically, just any piece of metal used to join pieces of wood together. And it's her farm that you've been working on. So you would have favor with her. She is quite fond of you at this point.
What's her name? Sorry,
Lily Johnson.
Lily Johnson. All right. Thank you. Val wasted 1,500 gold.
It's gonna do something amazing.
We're
In
shitty.
the
I'm gonna
final
be
fight.
like literally like
we're not gonna know what it does until the
we're
final
all
fight.
gonna be
and then
like-
the bad guy's just gonna go.
we're all gonna be like stealth and like walking around trying to, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna change the entire building into a fucking siren or some,
Or some shit like that.
It's just gonna go, and the whole town's gonna wake up. Oh fuck! That's what's gonna happen.
Um,
I'm gonna open a fucking portal.
All right.
a portal.
A portal.
A portal.
A portal.
Portal.
I'm gonna put a turtle in the portal.
No,
God.
that's just word association now, buddy.
It's alliteration.
That was a good D&D joke.
I know it was.
Continue, Trevor.
Yes.
Turtle in a portal.
Oh, what I've, out of curiosity, with my communion with nature, what I've seen any powerful elementals, fays, celestials, or undead. It's within a
Us?
5 mile.
Oh,
Within a
Oh,
5 mile.
Oh,
5
I know what you'd
Holy
see.
shit.
It's a ritual.
some little invisible birds.
That doesn't
they
be
don't
undead.
register. What? How powerful does the elemental have to be for it to show up?
It's, I think, any. It just says you instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area. Powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead. Influence from other planes of existence, which is something else I'd like to know.
Yeah, no. If you're with the powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, there is a wind elemental in the area.
I would have definitely went and talked to that fucker.
He kills
No.
That's
No.
that's the issue. I think
It's
that's
up.
probably why you would notice this so much, is so you would. I'm the way I'm understanding is you cast it and you know there's a wind elemental somewhere there, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you do that,
I'm gonna get
and then you
magic
walk.
paid for.
You would have. I would say you spent the ritual time casting this, and then you went to where your commune with nature sense told you the elemental was. Couldn't find it. Cast it again, and it was the same distance away from you in another direction. And I don't know how long Busta would bounce around doing that.
While.
Yeah, but you basically just end up spiraling out of town until you're just sort of off, standing on the side of the road,
Something's following.
still having failed to find it. Failed to find it.
Could we have noticed this? If he, or is he in town or
He's
no?
not gonna be in town if he's
Well,
gone.
he just said he's on the road and stuff. I don't know.
Um,
Ooh.
I don't think we would notice anything really.
Not great.
Mm-mm.
I was trying to roll to see basically if I would know anything about why this might happen. Insight total
What'd you get with insight?
12.
12. If it is moving in relation to you, it must be thinking about you in some sense.
Okay. That's fair. Would I know anything to talk to elementals? I do speak celestial and
Elementals usually they can usually understand common but not speak it.
well, I can speak celestial and primordial.
They speak at least wind elementals speak Auran
Okay, yeah, they speak the I figured. Damn.
elemental.
All right.
I would say, did you study magical beasts when you were at the college?
Yeah, that would have definitely been something.
You have a magical beast.
Yeah.
You just study Wolfie in a way.
I would say it's not unknown for, well, when other elementals at least, they're very good at following without being seen. So it would be reasonable to assume that is what is happening.
Okay.
Something's fucking following you, buddy.
I can't tell him what to do, but I know what to do.
That's not creepy at all. This is fucking terrifying.
All right.
That's a little bit intense, don't you think?
like it.
Turn it up.
No.
All right.
Rip the knob off. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not turning it up like that.
You can.
No, but I would say that a few days in, you two sort of hear from Cal that Miss Delana has asked you guys to sort of meet up so that she can talk to you.
Who?
Yeah, that's a good point. Valia wouldn't know.
Oh yeah.
I know nothing, which I was talking to Trevor earlier is not good. Because I've thought of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I have.
Everyone, I think Miss Delana, who you don't really know at all yet, but we know quite well actually. She's from the church, and she said she'd contact us once there's more happenings.
I don't know what the church is.
The church that we've been talking about for the fucking weeks that we've been with you.
I haven't really talked about a church.
Sure, I have a little bit. Okay.
The great church
The-
of
The temple.
the land.
Of the land? I'm not really religious, boys.
It's the temple. It's something. What's the full name again? Sorry, Temple.
Temple of the First King.
Temple of the First King. That's what it is. It's the Temple of the First King.
I know anything about the first king or the temple of it?
It's the church for Aethun.
Yeah.
Aethun is the first king. Pretty much everyone who lives in Thunica Alta has heard of it. Most have been, or most follow, but it's certainly not unknown.
So. It looks like we're gonna be doing some adventuring again because they need us.
So I would have heard of that church. Okay, so that's in Oakstead, right?
It's everywhere, right?
They're all over the place.
Oh, oops. All right, where are we going? Which one is she at?
I don't know yet. She's trying to contact all of us right now. That's why I'm getting us together.
Right, and we're going there.
I don't know. We have to talk to her first.
Well, where is she?
About to talk to us.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I would say that this probably isn't the first time Miss Delana has contacted you. It's certainly the first time in a while, but they have been sort of slowly refining their ability to talk with you, just sort of updating what's been going on in Oakstead. There's been a lot of rebuilding. That rot that was left over from the destruction of
Like the grass.
the jail it's spread for a little while, but they have done a pretty good job of recontaining it. But a good section of the loft next to them has had to been kind of cordoned off. And specifically, she contacted you a while back to follow up on the issues with memory they'd been experiencing within the church. And I know this is a really long callback, but when they were
taking people into the church through the basement, right?
yeah, when they were unable to notice that the graves were missing too, and they found that a good number had been tampered with, they had modify memory cast on them, suspected to be somewhat in relation to those rats that you guys found all that while ago. But she's basically just updated you a while back to tell you that she's fairly certain they've got it under control. I think I already said this, but a while back, but they hired somebody to sort of watch over the temple to make sure everything is running correctly and that no mind magic, or at least no suspicious mind magic, has been occurring. But basically, the whole long journey of this weird preamble I'm going on is just to let you know that they have been refining the way they can contact you. Basically, it's kind of a weird meeting you guys have to pull where you all just sort of sit in a circle and listen to this disembodied voice. Since you don't have an actual like stone like you do with Poggith, it's just in your heads. But I don't know where you'd want to do this. Maybe out in Valia's mine. Yeah. Or just sort of off in this first little room, right by the entrance, so you can still sort of see the outside. You're sort of just sitting around waiting when you hear this almost like crackling, and then Miss Delena's voice sort of slowly starts to form in the air above you, and you hear her going, Cal, can you hear me?
Yeah, you should be good.
Oh, hello. Is the rest of your group with you? Have they arrived yet?
Yeah. Everyone except for Nick.
And I've heard she's been off, sort of laying low with Zikra for now. I'm sorry, I can't see you. Is everyone in good health?
I think so.
Hello, Miss Delena.
Oh, hello, Vasto. It's great to hear from you.
Great to hear from you too, madam.
I'm afraid I can't regale you with particularly positive news. I actually can't particularly regale you with any news, really. I've sort of just contacted you because we've been over here at the church. We've been sort of running through our potential options in the future, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the church, the muses that you've already encountered, it doesn't seem like they are planning on confronting us again. So we have been discussing causing the confrontation ourselves, and I wanted to talk to you about that.
I'm sorry. Confrontation with who?
Oh, hello. Do I know you? Are you?
We totally screwed up.
They did meet.
Yeah, once, very briefly.
Did
Yeah,
you?
Valia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you went and talked to her.
Very,
Just
very
about that.
briefly.
Very briefly, yeah.
Sorry, our bad. Oh, hello, Valia. Yes. Have we filled you in already? at
Not
all?
really.
I think we did talk. Didn't they talk about it briefly?
Like, briefly.
What?
You may
Oh
want
yeah,
to
briefly. Yeah.
update her.
We've talked about it a couple times, what the issue is, but she doesn't know a lot.
Like, I don't even know the Ravens are them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well-
really.
Cal and Busto, would you mind helping me with this? But Valia, essentially what you need to know is there is a group of people. They started off as a sort of cult, almost spawned just to spite us, but over the years they have become increasingly powerful to the point where they are, I must recognize, a church in their own right. I know your friends have encountered them. What was your impression of them the first time?
Well, we almost died.
Oh, that's not good.
Powerful. Scary.
And how many of them are there?
Not sure.
2, 3?
They have priests, so they must have.
Shut
No.
the fuck up.
They must have clergymen, so they must have followers. It
How many were there?
Could be
That we
hundreds.
saw, the
2,
Ravens.
3.
could be.
Hundreds.
It was like 60, maybe,
60?
probably.
And there's
Fuck.
hundreds of them. You said.
Probably thousands.
You guys almost died.
Yeah.
And there are thousands from one of these, or thousands? No, you guys must have
Thousands.
fought. You
No,
must have fought all of them, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Whew. Well, then we'll just take them one at a time, and it should be like a piece of cake.
Well,
It's not that simple.
no.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if you remember, but last time you talked to me about this artifact they were making with the soul snare.
Yes, over my
This sort of the spectral hand above those discs you described. Well, I told you at the time we weren't sure what it did, and that was true, but well, I'd love to say we were glad to figure it out, but
Oh.
we suspect it is a locator of some kind. We've been examining the remnants of our well, you know, our friend who we didn't quite get back.
I'm sorry.
And well, we found something's missing. And I think you did bring back. Did you bring back that little ball of light that the muse gave you? Them. Those the remnants of the guy's soul.
Yeah.
Or I think he might have literally just sent it off into the. I know it got back to the temple
Okay.
at some point.
I don't remember that bringing it back.
I
It
think
was
it
a
got
very
sent
it
off.
was a very long time ago. It
Yeah.
was a bit of a throwaway moment, but she says specifically, our high priest, he was a quite distinguished diviner, a quite practiced in divination magic, in the sort of guiding forces of the universe, and the bits of his soul we got back are completely absent of that skill. So it came to our attention that perhaps that they were keeping parts of these people, and it could have been the reason that Cal wasn't similarly snared. Well, what we suspect is that they were keeping what allowed them to look beyond the veil and find guidance beyond what you could simply discern. And the fact that it was pointing east to the ocean, it makes us suspect it's pointing towards a tomb. The tomb.
Oh, fuck.
Excuse me. Who's in the tomb exactly?
I think they're talking about the dead god.
Well,
The
Valia,
dead god.
the goal of the church, their stated goal anyways, is to find the undignified resting place of their deity.
So, but you said they have already found it, or
Well-
you already know it.
I suspect that those artifacts may be useful in pointing the way,
Almost like a compass,
exactly like a compass.
but they don't exactly know. They just know it's that direction. They don't know
Yes.
exactly pinpointed coordinates.
Do you have any information on exactly how far out it is?
It's in the oceans. The oceans are massive on their own.
Is there a way to destroy all of them at once?
No,
Well, that's not good.
but they currently have an advantage. This is
Of
how
course
we've
they do.
sort of interpreted it, is they have these pointing them in the right direction while we're out here wandering blind.
So we do need to start a confrontation so we can get one. Is that what you're
Exactly.
saying?
Hold on.
Or we need
We-
to make our own.
Hold on.
If we were able to make one, that would be valuable, but keep in mind how they went about making them, and weigh if you think that is a spendable moral cost.
Well, listen.
Val just
We're the only ones that know really about this besides the church, right?
Yes.
So we're the only ones that are out there kicking ass. Well, I haven't yet, but they have, right? Just bear with me here.
At the moment, there isn't much
we need to
oppose
we need
them.
to let other people know. I'm sure most people would love to join
No.
our cause. Why?
I
That will
don't.
scare the
Yes.
masses.
We don't need to cause panic.
We've already caused enough.
Listen. I think the plan is smart.
Well, you guys took
If we lure them out, we start a confrontation. Just one. They know they can probably take us. They know
I
they
think-
can.
Well, that's not very assuring for me.
But if we get the compass,
Can we destroy it?
We could, but if we had one, we'd want to use it.
Oh, that's always a good plan, is to use the enemy's stuff against them. That's never gone backfired.
Valia, if you have an alternative plan, I would be all ears.
Well,
and I'm
I'm
not
just
saying.
learning of this now.
It's the only way we can find it
Look,
before they do.
guys, I know this is probably not a good idea, and the fact that they haven't moved against us means it's probably intentional baiting, but frankly, I don't have a better idea.
I almost disagree with that. I would think that they just don't care about us. If they don't fight us, then we won't fight them, they think.
And that works for them, but it doesn't for
So this
us.
death god can't be killed.
He is killed.
Oh, he is dead.
They want to resurrect him, which isn't going to happen.
Can we destroy
Why?
his body? And
Well,
his soul?
The tomb, at
Ye-
least.
It is destroyed. That's.
So why are
There's-
they doing this? What happens if they can't do it?
They think they can resurrect him. But the point for us is that it's gathering them all into one place.
Oh my god.
Even though they won't be able to resurrect him, it will at least. They at least think they can enough to the point where they will be somewhere we know they are and we can fight them.
How do you know we can't resurrect him?
You can't. It's. He's gone. It's like fighting against the fundamental. He's not coming back, Busto.
Have you ever been wrong before?
Have you ever been wrong before?
I'm asking you.
No one's always right, but
So
even
somebody's wrong here. It's either us or them, and I want to be damn sure it's us. I mean them.
well, the problem is the shadow.
Wants to be wrong.
Aetherin's shadow was powerful. It was like him. It was God with a strong G. Absurdly powerful. And so even after being dead, and I'm not saying this like he is in the afterlife or deceased or in a coma or anything. It is dead, as in no longer existing. That it still has power to the point where it can corrupt the minds of people. And so it is still dangerous.
If they're all in the same place, how do you plan on killing them? Do you have like some sort of? Can you just like blow them up?
Well, we have a lot of.
Holy water.
Stupid vampire piece of shit.
Again, it's.
Wait, stop. I want to lean over to Cal. Aren't they listening? Aren't they listening?
I'm listening.
No. Can you?
I'm gonna cast the invisibility.
That's exactly what I was.
Yeah, give me that smile, bitch.
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Hold up. Let me spend a spell slot.
That was smart. Fuck.
Perception?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Can I help? Can I give him
Please let
advantage?
him help.
Yeah.
I got
well,
very-
he can't see invisibility.
Can I give him advantage?
How?
He's,
How?
well, he can't. He's really good with animals. He can sense when they're nearby.
No.
Wolfie could. Wolfie's got animal instincts, dude.
They can't see invisibility though.
Yeah, but they can just like know. They can smell it. He's a wolf.
What'd you roll on perception?
Very, very low.
What was it? Was it
4.
a 1? Was it a 4?
Plus 0.
You appear to be alone.
Can I tell that I really, really, really don't think we are? Can I tell I got a bad roll on perception? Shoot. I don't.
Just fucking go through with it. We're alone.
I don't see them, but
I'm trusting.
I have never not seen them before. So why wouldn't they be here now?
Well, the ravens started clearing up, right?
Yeah.
Might not be here. Anyway,
I don't think this is
Unless
exactly
they're
safe.
not ravens.
what would they be?
You've mentioned rats.
Those are what we use to modify people's memory.
Doesn't mean they couldn't be using them.
That's true.
But that is not here or there. We need to figure out what we are doing.
Hey. No, never mind. I think we should do this when you're present.
Talk?
Yes.
I wouldn't recommend it personally.
Why?
Because you do bring up a good point. If people are listening and well, I would be foolish to assume they weren't. Time may be of the essence. If they've had these compasses for months now, well,
How do we draw one out?
we might not have to, actually.
I think.
One other piece of news. Again, not necessarily good news. We've heard rumors of a abandoned stronghold which has been abuzz with activity in the last couple of weeks.
Do you know where it is?
It's off on the western side of the southern Arbohome Mountains. It should be. It's not horribly far from your group. It's a bit of a trek away, but there is, or there should be, if you are in Celaset, you might be able to take the pass under the mountains, and you could probably get there in a little over a week.
This voice is like right in our heads, right? We don't.
Yeah.
It's not actually out. So like, if you were sitting right there, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
I would not be able to hear Miss Delana. I would be able to hear you guys.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Message.
Yep.
You casting a spell?
No, it's actually a cantrip.
That's a spell.
Well, yes, I guess I am casting a
Alright,
spell, then, but I'm not. Don't have to use a spell
Can you
slot.
roll
if I
a d10 for me?
Is this? Can I just ask? Is this so if they can see that I'm casting a spell?
No,
'Cause
this
it's-
is because I'm really curious what your necklace is gonna do.
I've already casted a spell.
Which spell?
See invisibility.
It's a good point. Forgot about that.
You
That's
want me
my
to do it
bad.
twice?
No, it's
No,
fine.
because
Just
you
skip
might
the
not
first
have
one?
done it based on the fucking first.
Okay, that was really weird.
Is that
how that-
D12?
No, it just like landed. D12 or D10?
D10.
Yeah, D10.
Oh.
I got a 5.
God damn, okay, so what are the numbers? It's 0. It's up to 9. So 5 is above halfway.
5, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Shit.
All you notice is that you sort of you cast message and then a few minutes later you guys notice that Valley's kind of like pulling at her scarf, like loosening it around her neck.
But I'm gonna probably cast message a lot.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna cast message on him first and be like, whatever you need to say, think it. And or just think it, because she can hear what you think, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna say, can you hear me in my head?
I think the way because she's using
It's
the
verbal,
audio
isn't it? Yeah.
audio clairvoyance to just listen.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think she'll be able to hear you in your head.
Well, you don't have message, so you can't message back to me.
Miss Delana, do you know
Okay.
any other languages?
They
I
probably
have some
do.
experience in Celestial.
Hello.
But the only issue is they probably know that one. I was
Okay.
thinking maybe if she
Let me
knows
know
it
if I can use my
from-
perception again. To
No.
see if I can find them by doing this. I'm gonna. Is there any place that looks like a bird might be able to like perch up?
There are trees, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go kind of up in the trees.
Guys,
I'm
I'm
gonna-
pretty sure this is pretty hard medicating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
I
feel
would
like
assume-
Because you,
why?
You
But
didn't,
I
you,
would
you didn't
assume
think
that
they're there, man.
I didn't see them. Doesn't mean I don't think they're there.
That's true.
I just didn't see. That's all that meant was I didn't see them.
If you have a different method to look for them,
I do.
would-
Well, I have a method to stir them up.
Sure.
I'm gonna just kind of.
You're gonna walk over and shake a tree?
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy to make a huge boom of thunder right in the trees. See if that
Sure.
scares them into moving, so I can see movement.
No, you climb up in the tree and set off this.
Well, I don't climb up. I can just do it. from-
Okay, you go approach the base of a tree, and set off this thunderclap in the branches above you. You scare off a lot of regular birds. That's about it.
9 on the D10.
9 on the D10. Okay. Yeah, man, your scarf is just not comfortable tonight.
My scarf
Yeah,
or my necklace.
scarf.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's inorganic
Okay.
material.
I wouldn't fucking notice. I know she wouldn't notice.
Yeah, you just have to loosen a little.
Yeah,
That's
just
really all.
hallucinate.
So it's fine.
I don't fucking know that it's after every time I cast a spell. Fucking asshole.
It what?
It's a fucking asshole. I'm gonna suffocate
Um,
to my own fucking necklace.
All right. Well, I don't think we have any other plan other than to just travel where we've been told.
Bullshit.
We should tell Mr. Lana to message Nick.
Mr. Lena,
Yes, Busto.
how dangerous is this stronghold? How much activity is at this stronghold? Enough where us three cannot do it?
We don't think it's particularly populated. It was a stronghold used during the Necromantic Wars. It's very, very old, and
Necromancy.
there would be no reason for people to re-inhabit it. We just, if
Unless-
there was a place for them to camp out, that would be a likely target.
And you've said you've heard of activity there?
Yes. It's a guess. We will, if you want, in the upcoming days, we can send somebody to investigate and scout ahead to make sure you're not wasting your time.
Well,
No, I
But
I
think-
don't
we've-
think it's a waste
Yeah,
of time.
we're going to be wasting our time just sitting here anyway, so we might as
I-
well start traveling.
I think it's more so we don't die.
I'd like to promise you it's going to be a safe journey, but it's not.
It's not going to be.
No. If you're directly instigating them, they don't expect them to play nicely. They, in the other times, at least, well, at least we had the secondary reaction. We were the reactionaries, not the instigators. And in this case, we have to be prepared to deliver the first blow.
Listen, do you know of any weaknesses?
Well, they're undead, so they're not fond of clerical power, such as what we wield, but
Too bad I multi-classed out of that shit.
they're, well, keep in mind, they're not, I think there's a sort of misconception around what they embody, and I think it would be good to understand the enemy that you're up against, if you can understand where I'm coming from. Here, for my benefit, what is it that you imagine they represent?
Death? Sounds
Stole
about right,
mine.
right? What?
Stole mine. Murder.
A few undead. Maybe some magic.
Or more what I'm asking is, when you imagine it, what is it, if the gods all have dominion, be it fire, passion, war, rage, nature, whatever, what is it you think of when you think of the dominion of your enemy?
Mass destruction.
Probably where I
Rebirth.
went, right?
What?
Where I went?
Rebirth.
Well, like you said, we're still thinking about them like they embody death. And that's not true. That's Kalemvor. Kalemvor is the god of death. The shadow is unique in that regard, I suppose. For Ithun's dominion is creation. He is a being of creation. These are the opposite of that. They're more than non-creation. They're not just destruction. That's a fairly accurate term to describe them, but it isn't totally accurate. It's more like they're the the true opposite of creation. They're perhaps a better word would be undoing. It's a tricky concept because
So we have to do them.
That was your own damn fault.
what?
That was your own damn fault.
I know.
Getting
I'm
shit
just
for
so that was the
intelligence,
perfect
I'm
joke. That
okay.
might be the best joke we've ever had. And I'm so sad
That
that
was
yeah.
so funny.
I'm so sad that now I've witnessed it and we're only gonna go downhill from here.
That was
says-
the peak of the episodes.
That's sad.
She says, "There's a story of creation. You've heard it already, but there's also a story of destruction. There we have our own Ragnarok, our own end of times, here at the temple. And while most other smaller religions, some of the other gods, they all have their own stories, just as we do. Most of them take the route of wanting to embody some great finale, but if Aethun has taught us anything, that isn't really going to be the case." And she you kind of can actually hear her like moving around, like shuffling papers or something, and she says, "You'll have to forgive me, it's not a story we usually tell, but the gist is that just as something like a candle inevitably burns down, so too will the universe, and the stars, even the places we live, the gods we follow, all will fade eventually. And as our cities crumble to dust and the dust to silt, one day the universe will find itself devoid of the creation needed to create more candles and stars. And then the universe will end. We don't think there will be theatrics, just a quiet resting place for creation. And that's what the church embodies, is that winding down, the non-creation. But because of that, they're sort of like a clockwork. They don't have the same will as you and I, because they have no will to create. They're just a process, what inevitably happens to the universe, this winding down in the end. And something like that is predictable. So if you can find out things about them, they'll probably continue to be true. Besides that, I'm not sure how much I can help you. And we will pick up on that in 10 minutes after a quick break. So everybody sit tight for just a minute, and we will be back after this quick video. Welcome back, everybody. I'm very excited to see you after that break. I hope nobody died while we were
We're trying not to.
Well, I mean, someone did.
It's possible.
That's sad. Don't
Every
say
4
that.
seconds,
Every 4
It's like
seconds.
12.
is somebody dies.
That's sad. That's too bad.
No, it's every 4.
That is sad.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, we don't need to debate that right now.
It's like 3.8 seconds somebody's born.
So, you got a whoopie pie,
I
buddy.
did. I'm hungry.
Good choice. So is there anything else you guys would like to discuss with Miss Delana?
No. I want to leave.
That's what I was saying.
Mr. Lena,
Yes, Busto.
do you have anything that could help fight the zombie?
I could potentially put in a word to, or I could send a priest to accompany you. We don't deal much in magic items. It wouldn't be a horrible idea to have a holy person with you, but they could be a liability, at least traveling overland.
What do you think, guys?
We can get a holy person on island. You have.
Would you have someone here in Joram?
We're not in
We're
Joram,
not in
South Side.
Joram. We're in
Celisette.
Celisette.
I can pull some strings, and if you go talk to the temple in Celisette, and I have a chance to send them a
temple?
message. Yeah, there's a temple.
So basically, you want us to go stop all of these guys at once when my friends almost died from one of them?
No, I want you to. I would like you to try and retrieve the compass. We'll work on what to do after
Well,
that point.
The thing is, if we take the compass, I'm pretty sure they're watching us and tracking us, or they have been for sure. They can do it again, and they'll just follow us with the compass and attack us again before we get to you.
Frankly, that is an issue. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty big one, I would say. I think we need to find a way that once we get the compass, we can just immediately get back to you. By means of teleportation or otherwise.
Well, if you can find someone who would be willing to
Well, I'm asking you to do that.
cast spells, I can pull some strings. But again, we're not mages. We're clerics. The best of us have some magical ability, and the general crowd doesn't.
Most of my friends that I on contacts I know are dead.
Yep.
I might have a friend
There
or
we go.
two.
Maybe, but
Don't say anyone's name out loud.
Haha. I thought the name.
now they know what it is too, because you thought of it.
Oh.
You laugh, but
Oh wait. Okay, I'm gonna cast message with a 7 on the D10. I'm gonna say what's the name. He can reply back with only a whisper only I can hear. Give us a minute. What happens
I
that
didn't
it's
actually-
Arcus Dobromir.
Yeah, Argus Silverman.
Arbus Dobromir, and I'm gonna cast a message again to let Cal know what that is, and that's a 4 on the D10.
It's a little bit more comfortable.
More comfortable?
A
Wait,
bit.
but the 7 and the 4, do they like?
They cancel out.
Okay, so it's just the same.
Yeah.
So I felt nothing.
So it was like,
The fuck is going on? It's just- okay, I'm just gonna assume
just
we all
saying.
know that. I don't want to spell that.
Okay. Well,
I will go to the temple now.
what? Sorry. I don't know how I totally missed the thing you said. I heard temple, and that was it.
I will go to the temple then.
That would be a good idea. They
what
should.
help do you think they would give us?
Well,
Send someone.
They could provide. They could send someone with you. Certainly.
Wouldn't it be dead weight?
That really depends on who they have around.
We'll
For
see.
you, for your crowd, certainly possibly, but if you think they would be an asset, definitely bring them with.
You have Professor.
I do.
Does
Well-
he know anything?
Let's go meet the person first.
It's old.
It's on it's on Kings and Queens and like a monsters basically. Looks nothing past that. Let's go meet who, Busto? Sorry.
Someone at the temple.
Okay,
And then we can see if they are dead weight or not.
sounds good. And then,
But they are alive.
But we
so
leave
they
in the
would be
morning.
alive weight.
but we leave in the morning with or without someone.
Okay.
Right.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Runner up for best joke of the night.
Not runner up. Taking home the
Well-
fucking trophy.
Right?
Buster's just getting nothing done.
Alright.
What?
We leave in the morning, whether or
That's
not
fine.
we've
If
got-
we're leaving in the morning, then
Yeah,
I'm
you-
not going to the temple with you guys. I gotta pack up my stuff and let everybody know what's going on. It might.
There should be enough time. What time is it right now?
9, 10.
I got freaking 25 people plus another 25 people that need to know that I'm leaving and shit. And I gotta pack my stuff. I gotta figure out how much.
Alright,
got
me and
stuff to
Busto
do.
will go. Me and
Alright.
Busto will go.
I'll stay behind. Get ready. I'm gonna take the scarf off.
Yeah, I'd say taking it off. You notice it's like 4 inches shorter than you remember.
Oh my god.
You mean 3?
No, it's like 4 inches.
So every time I cast, just tell me if this is right. So every time I cast a spell,
it's gonna. And I roll higher than a 5 or higher on a D10. It's gonna shrink. And then if I-
You're close.
Oh, right, no.
can I roll investigation to see or something to see if they're connected
Intelligence.
or intelligence?
Just straight
I think you can figure that out.
Okay.
You know, normally your scarf does
so
not
they're
shrink.
linked.
Yeah.
Can I figure out
Oh.
exactly what the enchantment does?
Probably not.
Mm.
It's gonna take a little bit more.
I know what it does.
All right. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Touch it to something and cast a spell.
Oh.
Good job.
Well, I thought I was still holding it.
I mean, Val has a 14 intelligence. You would have thought it. My intelligence in real life is like a 3.
Oh, while they're walking towards the temple, I'm gonna look up at the sky and see if I see any invisible ravens following them.
Sure. You can go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. 16. Oh.
Yeah. No. You don't spot any tails. But Valia heading back into the mine deeper to talk with her compatriots. While Busto and Cal, you head back into Celis. It's just like it's about a 5-minute walk back through the edge of town, where you find there is towards the back of town, past the archway. There is a small, pretty humble, a very humble-looking temple. It's nothing approaching the grandeur of the massive spire back in Oakstead, but it certainly isn't
Something
dingy. It's well maintained. It's just a
Okay.
sort of white wooden.
Was there a temple in Dioram?
spire. Yeah. Well, there was, but
Yeah.
it might still be there. But knocking on the door, you just sort of, I guess, just ascend the steps and just tunk tunk tunk, and after a few seconds, the door kind of creaks open, and you see a rather shorter statured fellow sort of peeking around the opening of the door, and he goes, "It's a bit past service."
Yeah, sorry. We're leaving in the morning and we need some help.
Mr. Lena sent us.
Mr. Lane, Carol Delana from Oakstead.
Yes.
Sure, come in. You can come in. And he pops the door open a bit wider, and you can see it's short, probably gnome-ish looking guy with just a big like afro of hair, and those typical temple robes. And he looks at the two
Bob
of you.
Ross. Little Bob Ross.
Yes, little Bob Ross.
Fuck
100%.
yes.
I mean, little.
And he goes, well, is there anything I can do to help you?
We're wondering if we could have somebody come with us on a short but dangerous journey.
Hope it's not that short.
Is it something I can know about? I'd prefer not to send my compatriots
Did
in
Miss Delana want us
unaware.
to tell people? Is she okay with it?
Has Mr. Lena contacted
What was
you?
her tone?
She was concerned.
Has
Um,
Mr. Lena contacted you?
I think since you guys went straight to the temple, probably not yet.
She will be soon. At least we just talked to her, and that's what she told me.
Well, we're not having another day of worship. We're gonna need all hands for a little while, so
We would just like somebody who's particularly
Quick
quick and good with some sort of
magic.
cleric magic, mostly.
I think. Well, I'll ask around. I can ask. Unfortunately, most of our staff is at home sleeping right now, but I'm fairly certain I could find someone who'd be willing to come with you.
Sounds good.
They need to be ready by the morning.
Jesus.
We'll come back there and pick them up.
Okay.
They'll be gone for 2 weeks at the least.
I'll go wake someone up, and I'll let them know the situation. I'll try and have them ready by the morning.
Let them know the cause needs them.
I did recognize you, yes.
Thank
Um,
you.
I think I have a priest in the
9 in
Holy Ones.
charisma. I did that very obviously.
He goes, do be careful. Alright, most of our staff are fairly young. They're a bit naive.
How young?
My age.
There's gonna be the woman I think I could send with you. She's only around her 20s. She came into our clergy when she was 16, but she is of an incredibly pious nature. She would certainly be helpful to you.
Out of game, what level is she?
Not sure yet. Probably not going to use an actual level block, honestly.
Oh.
All right. Well,
She'll be
we'll swing by
4
in the
or
morning.
5.
able to hold her own. Probably nowhere near the level of power you guys have.
Okay.
So,
Competent for a commoner. How's that? Does that explain?
Yeah. All things considered. Because commoners are supposed to be level 0. So like 2 or 3, I'm guessing. Equivalent.
Yeah.
Alright. Better than nothing.
Well,
Make sure she packs light.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm gonna take Busto aside. Do you think this is a good idea? Remember what happened last time we brought someone with us?
That is true, but
She's in her 20s.
Valia is 18.
Well, yeah, but she can hold
good
her own.
point.
She can.
And, I mean,
I think it is dangerous, yes, but I think getting the right person would help us a lot, especially with Nick gone.
she'll be here. It's gonna take us a week. She said she would only be gone for so long, you know? She'll meet up with us. I'll tell Mr. Lena to send her a message, but I really don't know if this is a good idea, Busto. I don't know if I can have somebody else die under our supervision.
That's true, but if she doesn't come, we all might.
Sorry. That was too bad. That
One
was
look
too
from
bad.
Adrian, it was all done.
Oh my god.
can't go one
We
night.
all might die.
I was trying to
if
do
you
something-
added that to the.
I was trying to text him, and that's all I heard.
Oh my god.
That's the
Justice
best
has
joke of
given
the
up.
night, hands down.
Fuck.
That's an innuendo and a half. Oh.
Anyways, Busto, I don't know if it's a good idea.
You alright, bud?
Yes, but I think we need someone, especially if they can at least help with healing or
Tell you what,
help fight the zombies. Zombies are bad.
if she's about to go down, I'm not letting it happen.
And then we get her out. We get her to the woods so she can go home. Maybe we even keep her in the woods to watch for us.
Then why are we even taking her?
So then she can watch for us. That is how that works, Cal.
Listen. She can come, right? But I'm not letting somebody else die under our supervision, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Pack light.
I'm not coming with you.
Pack lunch.
Her.
You're
pack
coming with,
light.
right?
No.
No?
I have duties here, back at the
You don't want to die?
temple. Not in the mood.
Ooh, that's comforting.
I really, really would hope you're not planning on my clergymen to not
You
return.
might want to.
At this
We're
point,
not
it's
that a
planning.
persuasion?
We're not planning on it.
Oh God.
God, the fucking two worst charisma idiots fucking stumbling around over here.
Well,
All the way back in the cave, I'm cringing.
well,
She won't die.
In here.
I hope so.
See you in a couple weeks.
Take care of her. And you head back away from the temple. Where are you going? Just
Sleep.
sleep and then depart in the morning?
Actually, I'll sleep in the caravan.
Isn't it still like 10 or 11 a.m.?
No, at night.
Oh, it's at night? Oh. then I
Busto would
really
like to
was
do one thing.
confused. I thought it was fucking a.m.
Right.
I'm confuzzled.
Busto would like to look at Wolfie.
Yeah.
Put his hand out, arm out, like a hawk, and then do a maneuver that isn't actually fairly new, but is new to the stream for Busto.
Oh shit.
As Wolfie lands on Busto's arm, Busto shapeshifts into a spider onto Wolfie's back, and Wolfie flies to the top of that castle.
That's the temple, right?
I'm not sure. I don't have the map
Okay,
open.
we really
The
can
big
can-
one at the
Can we
the
please
back.
like change
Yeah,
his
that's the
name?
temple.
Well,
Wolfie,
that's the temple.
and then we say he flies because he's a bird.
But that's his
Wolfie
name.
really-
His name is Wolfie.
Can we? But
He's
you
a hawk
have,
now,
But,
but
you
he's
but you
birdie.
change your names whenever
Hawky.
Crusto. Whenever you shapeshift,
You-
so when he's a bird, can't we call him Birdie?
Busto,
Hockey.
I'm not sure if you remember, but you did actually have a name for Bird Wolfie
I
a
do
really long time
Wolfie.
ago.
I remember.
Do you
that.
Birdie.
remember what
I
it
don't
is?
remember the name. I
Birdie.
remember having a name though.
It was I think he was gonna be an eagle at first, but he's a hawk now. So the name would have been Hawkwolf.
I do remember.
And I
this.
remember your really amazing Busto logic for this name. Can you kind of walk us through? You don't remember it
no,
at all?
I don't. I'm
So-
sorry.
You were talking to me about how with Busto you keep the important part of his name, which is the Usto, when you
Yeah.
change it. And so you figured with Wolfie you should keep the
Important.
adjective, because you figured with Wolfie you went Wolf E. So with a hawk you should go Hawkwolf.
Yes.
So you figured the part of his name, instead of taking the E and making it hockey, you should keep the wolf part instead.
I do remember this now. So Hawkwolf. So Hawkwolf.
That's not better.
That's the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard in my
You
entire
should just
life.
call him Birdie.
Hawkwolf.
I know, but
is now
this-
on top of the temple.
Yeah.
Whilst on top of the temple, I would like to unshapeshift out.
So dumb.
Busto falls through the roof
Oh,
in a heap. No,
okay, good.
the roof
In a
is
heap of
fairly
bones.
sturdy. It would be funny if you went, all right, bye, and then,
Make
Hello.
him do a dex save.
hey, sorry, I missed the door. Jesus, happens. Clumsy.
She doesn't come.
And I would like to cast a ritual.
Sure.
Get back up.
Commune with nature.
Commune with nature.
Trying to find that wind element.
Wind elemental. Yeah, it's nearby. It's within about 100 feet.
What? 100 feet?
Hey,
When you were following it around, it generally varied between about half a mile and 100 feet.
Holy.
did I ever see it when I had see
Can
invisibility?
you see
on?
it?
Not with a 4. You did.
I did. Well, when they went away, I got a 16.
Yeah, but you were looking for ravens.
Right, but
Yeah.
I mean, if a
You
wind
wouldn't see
elemental's
That's true.
just
You don't-
there,
Yeah, that's true.
if you're looking for ravens and a crow's in the mix, you see the crow.
Good point.
Oh, it's
Right.
because you're in the air. That's why it's 100 feet away. Yeah.
So did I?
Don't think so.
I would like to make a perception check just to try to look around.
Sure.
Maybe some oddities in the wind. 20 total.
20 total. Give me a sec. I gotta reopen my thing.
700. Busto sees all.
24 passive.
24 passes.
Woolly Pie's falling apart.
Doesn't quite do it.
No?
No. You
Damn.
you
Good stealth rolls.
Fuck. By the way, in the cave, I'm just like casting thaumaturgy and touching my necklace on stuff and just seeing what happens.
you're repeatedly casting thaumaturgy.
Boom!
No.
All right. Can you roll a d10 like 6 times for me?
Touching on different things, Trevor.
I know. I'm aware.
Touches
4.
on the table,
3,
chair,
You gotta tell me the things.
table, chair, chest.
4, 3, 1,
two,
Just one at a time, because this is gonna be hard as hell.
two,
No, it doesn't matter. Just keep listing.
Okay.
another
keep track.
table,
Another table. Someone's shoe.
7 on somebody's shoe.
You do notice that
Shit.
after you do it to his shoe, it falls off his foot.
What, it was on his foot?
Oh, I thought it was just like
It falls off his foot?
If
I
it
got one
wasn't on
more.
his foot, the shoe got a little bit bigger.
his other shoe.
8 on his other shoe.
Other
No, wait,
shoe?
no, I don't want his other shoe.
The
On
other
his shirt.
Got a little bit bigger.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so 8. If it gets bigger, if it's a high number, and smaller
Wait,
if
that
it's a
doesn't
low
make any
number.
sense though, because your scarf was hurting your neck when it was.
It gets
getting higher.
His shoes got smaller those 2 times.
It gets smaller with bigger numbers and larger with smaller numbers.
Yeah, let's switch that because I'm not gonna be able to keep. track
Thank
of
you. It gets bigger with larger numbers and okay. When I touch the table, did it get bigger? Did it get smaller? So it only corrects itself after something gets
Wait,
bigger.
is it only fucking? It's only something you're wearing.
that. Maybe.
Oh! Shit.
Nate, it's
This
the
is
best
taking
enchantment ever.
fucking
You can make
ever.
people's shirts big.
I know.
For 1,500
Dude,
gold.
I need to spend
Wow.
more money on this guy.
Oh my fucking
This
God.
red dragon is fucking cool. I think that's what he is.
Anyway,
You've done a pretty good job of investigating the enchantment.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
alright.
I can make
people's
like
shirts big. That's the worst. That's the worst.
I'm
You
gonna
made fun of me
pants
for
you in the
paying 5
weirdest
gold for
way
a mask.
possible.
Alright, I'm
I
done.
kind of want to spend it. The sad thing is, I kind of want to give him more money to see what else I can
Go.
get.
No.
I mean, do you want to go to Tom?
So do.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you want bad enough to?
We need to leave. Nate, let's just leave. We can do it on the trip.
Oh yeah. I can't even go to him.
Oh yeah, he has his key.
That's a good point.
Thank God.
All right.
Yeah, you
I
just
would
be
blow
wasting
all my money on that.
I have one question. Joe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
With
the
commune with
worst.
nature, all it specifically says is I instantly gain knowledge of up to
Give
3
better.
facts of your choice. So can I ask a fact about the elemental?
I
Let
gotta
me
wait for
check.
it to be better.
I just basically want to ask: was it made with conjure elemental? Does it have planar binding? If that is the case,
Wait. Start with each information.
okay.
I can make my backpack bigger.
Was it conjured with conjure elemental?
I would say from your connection with nature, you
Damn straight.
yes, it sort of. Yeah, kind of. You're
Does-
close.
Does it have planar binding placed onto it, which forces it to stay in that plane that it is currently in indefinitely? Basically, even if you use commune, or even if you conjure the elemental and then place planar binding on it, it becomes a permanent elemental within that plane.
I would say yes. Also,
Okay. So it is a permanent elemental within the plane that is following you. I assume following me.
I don't know if it's permanent.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is a better way to say it is permanent for the time being.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. I'm done now.
Val's figured this shit out. So, I'm gonna place this in my backpack,
Yeah.
In your penis.
and I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy,
Valley is a woman.
and I got a 10 because it's a 0.
Increasing.
Yeah. No, nothing happened.
What? I'm wearing it.
Yeah. It's not clothes.
Fucking. It has to be clothes.
Maybe.
Exactly
This
clothes.
is the worst enchantment
I thought I found
ever.
a loophole,
Oh my
but it's
God.
such a small
You can
window.
make yourself have clown shoes.
You know what? I would say a backpack counts. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say the backpack gets a little bit bigger.
How much?
Oh, it's always increasing or decreasing by the same amount, like a little bit. I think it's about.
All right, it increases again.
Okay, it's a little bit bigger.
So I might be able to fit a few more things in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That doesn't mean you're not.
But it's not
encumbered.
like too big
Yeah,
for me
right?
to.
It's like,
It's a little uncomfortable now. It's a little bit too wide.
I can probably tighten it though, right?
Probably.
useless.
They laughed at me. My
They
backpack's
laughed
now.
at me.
My backpack's now.
I
4
have
square
another
inches
Look at
thing
them
long.
I'm thinking
now.
of. Okay, but I can't do it right yet.
1,500 gold later. Got a
My
bigger backpack.
backpack's slightly larger.
Bitch, you wait till I find
Fuck
some supreme silk, and I wrap that around myself, and then
God.
just boop, 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 boop.
Or it just disappears. Like it just gets
Oh,
really small.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
That's
if
a
it gets
good
really small.
point.
But I can
You
just.
could get like silk, make it really big, and then sell it for way more money.
Well, yeah, but if you spam spells, it's because it's a 50-50 chance. It's gonna tend towards just neutral.
Yeah, but if you're really freaking lucky.
Yeah.
Or if I get
All right.
somebody to like
Well,
add on a d6.
we will
every time.
sleep. Right? Does anyone else need to do anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. You don't need to make any shoes bigger. You look for your tornado guy. I'm not doing anything. Going to sleep.
All right.
Holy fuck! It's the
With
worst enchantment ever.
Nah,
The
dude, I got a bigger bag.
following morning, you all regather in town. You were heading towards the temple, but on the way, that Bob Ross-esque figure came and stopped you again. And he actually came to walk you back to the temple and sort of started talking on his way. And he said, so she has agreed to come with you. You.
Who?
Well, her name is Cameron. Jesus, I don't know why I couldn't pronounce the name.
Kim Possible?
Cameron.
God damn it!
Cameron.
And we're sued again.
No, that's not a brand. It's a name.
Of a
A
person.
brand.
I don't know why we have so much trouble with this.
Of a show.
Cameron.
Cameron? It's Cameron.
Cameron.
Okay. Okay.
Kim Possible.
I don't know why this wasn't a revelation.
Oh.
Her name's Cameron, guys.
Oh my god, she's the fucking bad guy.
Um,
I'm writing. Kim
She's the
Possible.
BB. She's
Yeah.
the big bad evil girl.
BBEG.
BBEG.
yeah.
Bag.
So she's back in the temple. If you'd come talk to her, that would be nice. She's very curious about why you need her help exactly, and I think it would be good to just talk with her real quick. We heard from Miss Delana, so I understand your motivation. We will do everything within our power to help you at this point. If you need any sort of connections, a place to stay, anything like that, our doors are always open.
Thank you very much.
And he leads you back into the temple and introduces you to this woman, Cameron. She's a sort of stocky, kind of auburn skin and this sort of greenish hair. Very, very actually pretty vibrant green that's sort of pooling around her shoulders. She does look excited to see you, but there's a definite sense of apprehension that she's sort of trying to conceal around these people she seems to seriously respect.
Hi, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm guessing you're Cameron.
Yes, I am. Nice to meet you too.
I'm Cal. This is my
I
friend
know.
Busto.
Hello.
Hello.
And that's Val. Leah,
Oh, he's your friend. I see.
Valia.
my friend as well.
I'm glad to hear that you need my assistance, but unfortunately, Bartholomew is sort of stingy on the details. So, if I know what to bring, that would be helpful.
I'm.
Do you have anything that can help you if there's a fight nearby?
Well, I have
Protection.
We need some supplies. If you need food, we can supply most of it. But if you have anything, any sort of rations extra, some sleeping equipment and some weapons.
All right. I've had a little bit of training with a mace. I can bring that.
Some healing, maybe.
Healing.
That would be
I am a
fucking fantastic.
She says, and she sort of waves her hands, and you see those little golden sparks that Carol has demonstrated in the past. And she says, "I am a spellcaster.
That's what we've been missing.
I haven't studied for very long,
Oh
but
shit.
I'll hope to be as helpful as I
I
can.
can heal myself.
Alright.
I got a chalice.
It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
You
too.
as well.
I like you, Cameron.
We
Thank
best
you.
be off.
All right.
If you can grab your things, we'll be out in the caravan.
All right. I can meet you out by the gate.
Sounds great.
I'll bring a bag. And she sort of runs off.
Can we retcon a little bit? Because I forgot to say something.
Yeah, what?
During the talk to Miss Elena, could I have told her to tell Nick to meet us?
You did. You told her to send a message to Nick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Boom. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So,
I guess I'm just too good at this D&D thing. Am I right?
No.
Thanks, guys.
-5 to all future
not
rolls.
for not for the whole journey.
What?
Absolutely, she would give you a thing to contact him to come when you need, but
What? That would be so much fun. I could like have a big chain leash.
What the fuck is going on? Oh god, you want your dragon?
he's valuable, buddy.
Yeah,
He's a really
nothing's
valuable
happening
resource.
here. Can I try to persuade her? I'm gonna go see Rune.
I will say you can absolutely have him come in to help you when like needed or when you get to your destination. He's not going to come on this week-long journey with you.
I might not be able to contact him.
So give you a stone to message him to show up.
So I'll go over and see Rune. Get my stone.
Okay.
That was so sad.
Can I just Slicks isn't going to want to walk with you for 2 weeks.
Oh Jesus,
And-
no.
Okay, fine. You want a powerhouse or no?
Also, mechanically,
I could run him.
I can't give you a 17th level NPC just to play with. Cuz you guys would be useless.
No.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Slicks would deal with every problem.
Yeah.
If we fought a death priest,
Slicks
would need to
kick his
help.
ass.
Actually, Slicks would probably die. But
Yeah.
on his own, anyway.
we would need us. We would.
I was
need
like,
help.
Jesus
That's why I need
Christ.
him. And if I contact him, it's not going to be like he's there.
If you're patient, you can get him.
I'm not patient.
I'll talk about it after the game because there's no way he's coming this.
Yeah, we'll talk about Slicks. Slicks is a privilege, not a right, okay?
I made him.
I know, but he's really bad.
That's why I made
After the
him.
game.
After the game.
After the game.
We'll talk about Slicks.
All
Also, I can't run that many
After the
NPCs.
game.
I can
After
run
the game.
him.
After the game. Shut the fuck up.
After the game.
All
It's
right.
an NPC that's really cool.
Shut
Hey,
up.
It doesn't matter.
After the
he
game.
is.
Okay.
So,
We need to cut you two off.
No.
Just be quiet. Just stop.
no, I want this to be the Slicks podcast. I just want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about Slicks
right.
McGruff now, okay?
McGruff is a bugbear.
He's
He's a
awesome.
fucking
We should
bitch.
all replace all of you with Slicks McGruff.
All, just everyone is a level 17 barbarian.
Yeah. Everyone is a level 17 Slicks McGruff.
Who has a 5 intelligence,
If he doesn't come, we could all.
20 strength, and 20 dex.
Yeah. Man.
All he wants is to
I'll
destroy
put that on
stuff.
a fucking t-shirt.
No, you can't. There's no way they'll let us make that into a t-shirt.
Alright.
You should make a silk.
You're not making it.
If
Just
you,
alright, let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go. Let's play.
So,
I have a question.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck
is it
happened
about
to,
Slicks
No,
McGruff?
what the fuck happened to Dave?
Dave,
He
he's,
woke
he's
up
in the
and
hotel,
left you,
dude.
man.
Oh,
Dave,
He's probably just in the hotel.
Well, that's where I slept last night.
Yeah. Okay. You hung out with. You could. I can definitely say you hung out with
There's
Dave.
a reason he never left that hotel.
Fuck.
Dave mostly just spends his time around the hotel or in the bar.
It's gross. Fucking
Hey.
150 years old.
Last time it was gross because I was only 17.
Jesus.
God damn it, dude.
But I turned 18. We found a loophole.
It's not a.
Stop.
We're not bringing this.
I'm
back.
getting.
I
in the
come out
caravan.
and my
You're
shirt.
getting in the
is-
caravan.
Yeah, you come out.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. You're in the caravan. I'm slapping milkshake. Getting ready to go. I
So-
milked milkshake.
Where's Aiden when you need him?
I don't know.
Not here.
He's in Europe. It would be
He's back.
not the time. We should know what is the route you guys are taking to get there?
The
Because
fastest one.
Miss Delana did mention this, but you'd probably have to spend a little bit of time talking with a cartographer. We don't have to do this on screen. But Miss Delana mentioned there is a passage under the mountain through a cave system that you could probably take that would cut a lot off your journey because you wouldn't have to climb through the
Let's do
damn
it.
mountains.
I actually think that's a good idea.
Can I use my magic carpet and just fly?
You don't have it. You
magic
gave it
carpet.
back, buddy.
You
No, I
did
didn't.
get.
You said
Yeah,
you
you
sent
did.
it back. You said it
To
in
fix
game.
it. To fix
No,
it.
you said you sent it back to the guy.
To fix it.
Yeah, but you haven't gotten it back yet.
Oh, okay. I would have assumed I'd gotten it back.
You
been
can
a
get it
couple
fixed for
days.
free?
I
He's got connections at the college.
Thanks for
buddy.
letting me know that shit.
His also wasn't as damaged as yours. Remember?
No.
And I spent literally all of these.
Yeah,
all of
the
my
12
time.
months there.
Yeah,
so.
to get a one magic carpet. Let me have this.
You know, yeah. I don't know if it can carry all your caravan.
Even though it won't. Yeah, I know it can.
A Busto could go over the mountains and leave everyone else behind.
Thanks, Busto.
Well,
See
I
you
was
on the other
thinking
side.
Do they last all the? Are they limited use?
No, they're unlimited.
Yeah, they're totally.
Yeah.
But
If
I can carry only 400 pounds. I can basically carry
wait a second. Hold
What?
up. If we drape it around somebody and
It's
I
not a
touch
shawl.
it, you people.
It's non-magical.
You don't wear a
Oh, it's
fucking
only
carpet.
non-magical.
Yeah.
It depends.
And on top of that, it can't carry you anyway. It's too. It's not. It can't
All
hold
al-
enough weight.
I would allow a backpack to count. Carpet's a bit far.
That's fair. Anyway,
If you hide under a table and then stand up like a beetle,
Well, you can.
the table
It's something
isn't
you can
gonna-
drape around yourself. It's just like draping a
Trevor,
blanket
So
around
you
yourself,
have
like a
the carpet.
toga.
You have the carpet back.
yeah.
I'm
Trevor, I would actually like to.
I'm picturing Valiant charging into battle on all fours with a table on top of him. Just
Dun, 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 dun. It's growing ever slightly as I reach the battlefield.
But I would actually like to scout ahead, however.
Okay.
With
Um,
the
Spread
carpet.
ahead.
Okay, so is Cameron out yet? Is she in the caravan?
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, just so we have a sort of reference, you stopped and talked to, if you are taking that passage underground, you stopped at, there's this place called the Cobbled Wheel. It's a Wainwright, makes wagons. He knows a bit about cartography. You'd probably have met him while you were in the town. His name's Scott Lunny. He basically just told
That's a
you.
Funny name.
We don't have to run the whole encounter, but he basically just told you there is a place. It's to the sort of very slightly southeast, mostly just east of Celicet. It's called the Well. It's basically a big sinkhole. And he said there is an incline into it that you should be able to ride your wagon down that will take you underground to go beneath the mountains.
Sounds fucking fantastic.
Oh,
Okay, so as a group, do we think that going under the mountains is a better idea than going through them? Because going through them means we're cold. There's a possibility for
I don't
giants.
get
Going
cold.
under them, well, going under them means that we could
Spiders.
run into some. Yeah, fuck that.
It's either spiders or birds, bud.
Not bad.
Oh shit! It's the hardest decision of my life. I'm gonna say spiders.
I was actually gonna ask.
Maybe you can ask Professor.
I wouldn't really. If he knows kings and queens, this is.
He knows kings, queens, and he knows about monsters, right?
Maybe there may be a monster under the mountain.
Professor,
Yes, Cal.
do you know anything about the well?
The Well.
It's close to Celicet. It's apparently supposed to take us under the mountains, under the southern Abraham woods, Abraham mountains. Sorry.
Well, I haven't really heard of. Haven't heard of Celicet, unfortunately.
Oh shit.
That's the first bad.
Well, golden
Yeah.
oldie. Do you know of any monsters that could live under the mountains?
Oh, I know of all sorts of
Oh,
monsters
shit.
that live underground.
Anything bad?
Homebrew?
How
Any bird spiders?
well, just off the top of my head, unless you have something a little more specific, bullets are pretty common underground. They're
Oh my god!
Big
I was
s-
like,
big-
what?
land sharks. There's lots of big insects underground.
How about
if
in
you're-
the mountains?
if you're under mountains specifically, if you find your way into ice caverns, you might actually run into a Remoras. Those like to carve their ways through a lot.
Sounds
Can I
fantastic.
ask it something?
Sure.
Anything immune to cold?
Remoras is certainly used to cold.
What about
What are they?
What about over the mountain?
Yeah. What about over the mountains?
Over the mountain,
Through the woods. Remember this?
well, you're gonna have yetis. Depending on the size of the mountain, you might have to deal with white dragons.
Some pretty big
and
mountains.
Depending on how north you are.
I could deal with a white dragon.
Shut the fuck up.
They're
A
probably,
silver
those are probably the
dragon.
most obvious danger. Again, a Remoras might be up there. Probably not. They're
Okay, so it's
So,
for
from
me,
what we've heard
it's
so
either-
far, I think that under the mountains works better.
It's either ice immunity or ice immunity for me. So, I go where you.
I
I think.
What is a Remoras?
it's like a
It's that fucking long blue thing.
It's a big hot centipede.
Yeah.
I think that if we go,
Long
Over-
blue thing.
I think if we go through the mountain, not underneath it, but like over it, it will. If something comes around, we could try to get away from it much easier than if we're gonna
It's gonna be a lot faster if we go under though. Remember,
it's,
We're gonna
I
save
feel like
time,
it'll be
which is what
safer
we
if we
need.
go over.
we need time on our side here.
I
We're
mean,
gonna save time. It's
Do whatever, I
We're
don't
not
care.
going to be as cold.
Well, less likely to get stuck. I won't get cold. So you guys, I'll stay on watch.
I think we should go under, Busto. What about you?
I think you should go under, and I will go above.
I never.
I don't think we should split the party.
Ooh, okay.
But I have
It's rule number one of
my,
D&D.
my magic carpet.
If we
I
split, I'm
know.
going up.
Busto, I know you want to use it, but you can use it to scout the fucking place that we're going to.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, but you should still come under the mountains with us.
But then how will I scout?
When we come out on the other side,
But then we will be there.
I
He's
don't
got a
think it.
good
I don't
point.
think it comes out directly to it.
Does it?
No, not at all.
Close.
No.
Close.
But I can still.
He
talk
can
to
scout up above
Busto,
and
do
then
you
tell
just
us where
want to
there's.
use your carpet?
you. I mean a little.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can fly underground, can't
Well,
you?
I can.
If we go above, he can scout, tell us where monsters are, and then we can find the safest path.
I s-
We could
We-
totally never get in
Remember,
combat.
We need. Are you talking as Val right now? I
We
can't.
could totally never get
Yeah,
in
I'm
combat.
like. I think underground's still the best option.
I
We need
vote
time.
above. You're the deciding vote here, Buster.
We need time on our side.
Give me a map. A map of the region.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it to you upside down and see if you do anything. Oh, he flipped it. Alright.
well, yeah, because he flips it upside down, so you handle it upside down.
Oh.
So.
I mean, there's nothing labeled on the map. I don't know why he's looking at it.
There we are. Going south, right?
It's
Are we
on
still
the
with
western
Bob
side.
Ross? No, right?
No. Bartholomew Ross.
You could ask Cameron. She might know a little bit about the area.
Oh yeah, she's freaking with us too. It's not just us three.
Yeah. I know.
Cameron.
We gotta ask
But
her
we're
where she
talking-
wants
we're
to
talking
go.
as a group.
Cameron, do you want to go up or down?
Well, if we go through the mountains,
Do you want to go fast or safe?
well, the mountains, I'm not sure it's gonna be as safe as you're hoping. We'd have to go through. Well, she kind of looks at the map. She's like, between 70 and 100 miles of mountainous terrain.
What about underground?
That's a little bit mapped.
Well, we can-
We'd have to cut through. I know there is a landmark. There's a the Giants built a, well, I don't know a better word for it than a big gate a while ago, and if we can just find our way to that, we'll pop out right on the other side. Going under, it's certainly dangerous. It's not as
Do you
inhabited
know
as
your way
think.
around under?
Do you know your way around up top?
I'm not a cartographer. It would cut. It would be a lot faster, certainly, to go underground. The danger would probably be different. I'm not sure. I think we would face a lot more environmental danger if we went over top. There'd definitely be more creature-based
How long before
danger.
we're through? If we go under?
Under?
Couple days.
It'll probably take around a week of travel.
We're gonna
to
need
go underneath.
food.
We have rations.
Only
And
one
Busto
day.
is good berry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We have never-ending mayonnaise.
That's true.
Oh my god.
You
we
could
can just
subsist
eat
on mayonnaise.
straight mayonnaise.
Dude,
Fuck yes.
it gives us
That's
protein
protein.
and shit.
And oil. Straight oil.
That's about it, though.
Delicious.
This is gonna be the shittiest week. Yo,
I think we should.
need,
I think we should go.
I
under.
need more mayonnaise.
Oh
We
god.
also have poison, beer.
Don't mix it up. Don't mix it all up.
Alright, I'm down to go under.
How fast would it be if we took the road through Dioram?
Through Dioram? A long fucking time.
We still have to cross over the mountains.
But there's a trail that
Yeah, there
goes
would be a
through
trail.
them. They might be more.
You could probably sorry, I gotta
ventured.
open them. It would definitely be it's a lot farther.
Is that a
'cause you're going,
river
like,
or a
down.
trail?
It's a
I
trail.
gotta check. Sorry, I gotta
That's a
open the
river.
map over here.
Might be a river.
That's a river, bud.
Even if it is a river, though.
We
You
can
could still follow a river.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be coming down from the mountains, though, which is the issue.
sure.
It is coming down from the mountains, actually.
Yeah.
Think about it.
can still
Yeah,
follow
the
it.
Dioram one would it would certainly be an easier path. It's about 7 times longer.
Yeah.
So that's 7 weeks, bud.
It's a ways because you're going because the actual spot isn't that far into the mountains.
I think if we go under, it's the
Okay.
easiest. Trevor really wants us to.
I think we should go under.
I don't care where you go.
I think we should go up top.
I think we should go under.
We're gonna fight a lot.
I gotta go
I
with under.
think that's better than environmental
I
danger.
think we're
Environmental danger can do like 200 damage. Boom, you're done.
I think
Well,
we
I
gotta
mean,
go
fuck
under.
up once.
Featherfall.
That's not what I mean. Like a fucking avalanche or something. Going underground, that's combat encounters. That's stuff that we've
I
done
would
multiple
say that.
times.
Well, that and then you still have to worry about cave-ins.
Not as much at all for environmental danger.
I'm gonna let you decide.
I say we go under. It's just the
May as
easiest.
well.
Cameron.
It's not going to be a horrible journey, regardless of where you go.
Mayonnaise and monsters. Oh
it-
my god, that's the new name of the game.
New name of the game. Keep in mind, you're still in between Celicet and Dioram, so this area, compared to a lot of the wilderness, is fairly tame, and the mountains themselves are fairly uninhabited. It's not like particularly safe. It's sort of just a matter of.
Nowhere's safe, but nowhere.
Yeah.
But this is the only one that's fast.
I mean, it would save about. It's about a.
2-day travel, 2-day safe.
It's gonna be about you're gonna end up with about 2 weeks extra going through the mountains just because
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna have to navigate too.
Nowhere's safe. This way's fast. So let's just
I
go the
think we should
fast
just
way.
go
Alright.
for it.
Alright. I'm gonna pray we don't find giants.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean,
Underground?
hill giants are easy. Any other giants?
Mountain giant. What? Is there a mountain giant?
No, hill
Okay.
giant. Or fire giant if we're deep in the mountains, but I don't think we'll go that deep.
We are underground.
That's down. Like
Can I
lava.
kind of? Is it kind of going like this, Trev?
What?
A
the
downward
path
slope.
down
Into the well?
into the mountains?
That's a good
I
question.
have a question,
It's an
actually. We have to
incline.
be
They don't
in.
really know that
Yeah,
much
we-
about
So,
it.
so but
It's an incline. He said it's an incline.
I have a
Alright.
question.
incline's this way, right?
What if we ditch the
Okay, so
caravan?
Either way. You could ditch the caravan. It would slow you down a little bit.
It would slow us down?
To
Yeah,
ditch it
'cause
because
we
you'd have to
would- yeah,
walk
yeah.
basically.
It
You-
fits. The caravan fits.
You could get rid of the caravan. You'd have to ditch a lot of stuff.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
I'm sliding down with my bobsled for the first bit. Cameron wants to join. She can.
Hits a rock. Dead.
I can see if it's a rock. I can go with my freaking.
All right, we're going down with the caravan,
Right,
right?
rocks.
Everyone's the
Yeah.
well. We're all
Yeah.
agreeing. Okay.
Wait, can I request a name for this well?
The well.
Yeah, sure.
Sabatis well.
Oh no. No. No.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
We can call it Sabatis if you want. Hell, we can call the cave system Sabatis. That's a pretty cool name.
Awesome. Don't
So,
worry about it. Stream.
It's a personal thing.
Yeah.
That's where Adrian was conceived.
What the fuck?
Phil Weston.
I'm supposed to know that. What the hell, man?
Sorry.
so
I have a better investigation than you do. That's passive intelligence.
so
His passive intelligence is way better than you.
Because you have an advantage in it.
It's still funny. All right, continue, Trevor.
So bumping over the bridge out of Celicet, you turn your cart towards the southern mountains. A slight
In it.
paranoia leading you to, just double check that you have your supplies in order. Not willing to risk being unprepared this time. But you uneventfully ride out of town, Celicet shrinking behind you, and find yourselves on the road once more. We're not going to go too in depth, but I am curious who is driving the caravan
I will.
right now,
For now.
and
gonna be
if
up ahead.
anyone is doing anything
I'm gonna be up ahead on my sled.
of note.
I would actually like to commune with nature, ritual
Okay.
again, and I'm trying to see if
Since we're underground now, it might be.
You're not underground. You're just on the road.
Yeah.
Since we're almost underground, it might be the same.
Trying to.
is he still here.
Is he still following? Yeah.
I'm also
And
trying.
besides that, I'm just watching out for animals.
I'm also trying to make my scarf bigger.
Roll the d10. Go ahead,
Okay.
bud.
Do I need to make a
High
survival
rolls is big.
What?
check? Do I need to make a survival
5.
check since I'm
So it's
navigating?
big. So then I need to do it 2 more times.
Yeah.
7.
Okay. How do you roll so high on that d10?
9.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Yay! I'm gonna do one more just for fun, but not do anything. It was a 3.
Shrunk again.
No, it was did nothing.
Okay.
It was just for fun.
Do I get advantage because we're like in the middle of like a fucking plane?
Well,
Going towards a
you
specific
kind of can't
location?
really. Isn't
It's
it
a
like
survival
walls
check,
on both
right?
of you?
And we're going. We're not at the well yet. We're traveling to it.
You're just navigating to find the well right now, basically.
Okay, I got a 10.
You got 10. Okay. So
Wait, I might have gotten a 11, but it doesn't really matter.
23 on perception.
23 on perception.
It was a 10.
Yeah, it's not a particularly difficult route. You're basically just going out of Celicet and then away from the road. So an easy 6 or so hours of travel finds you beginning to weave throughout these cresting hills and sinking valleys. And Busto, I'd say with your perception, you start to notice the grass giving away to like the hardy brush that is set to withstand stronger winds and colder conditions. And I'd say after a little bit of traveling, you do end up kind of backtracking and going back and forth, weaving, definitely going through areas you pass through again. But in the end, the well really is not a subtle fixture of this area, and once you actually find it, you have no doubt you're in the right place. Just this huge, jagged sinkhole, easily 40 feet across, punctuates the center of a small clearing, just at the base of the first major cliff of the Arborholm Mountains. And peering in, you can see that Scott certainly didn't lie to you. There is an incline into this pit. He may have just slightly under-exaggerated the nearly 50-degree incline that is now laid before you.
Going down with my fucking bobsled.
All right. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to discuss how you plan to get the wagon down the well. You can certainly go down on your bobsled.
Hold up, wait. If we're gonna discuss, I want to be there for that first.
I would like to do something.
You would like to what?
I would like to do something.
Yes. Busto.
I would like to cast Entangle
All right.
on the kind of steepest part of the incline, and
All
then move the carriage into the entangles, and then slowly let up the vines to force us to slowly move down the entangled section of the incline, basically.
What happened? Sorry.
The well, as it so turns out, is the incline into it is about 50 degrees. So they're trying to figure out how to get the cart down. And right now, Busto is lowering it with the vines.
How far?
All right.
Far enough that you can't really see the bottom from where you're standing.
So more than 60 feet.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can see if.
Yeah. With Entangle, it's gonna work for. It will work to generate vines. Its range is only about 20 feet, right? So it's probably not gonna get you all the way down.
Can't really do anything.
How many feet is it total?
Total, more than 60.
Okay.
So we're just trying to get it down.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe not.
how are the vines doing?
Could I use? Well, they're kind of holding on to the carriage
And letting it drop. in
Anybody
increments?
else want to help me out with a strength check on
I got you. On
holding the front?
what? I got it. You
Oh, that's
fucking
cocked.
dick. It went natural 20.
Oh, that was very,
14.
very close. That was
but-
very, very close.
Just a strength saving throw, or just straight check.
Check.
Okay, so that's 16.
Nice.
Would it be athletics actually?
I'm glad you got
That's 20.
16.
What'd you get?
I didn't get a 16.
What'd you get?
20. Are you using athletics?
Athletics?
Use athletics.
Oh, that's the same.
What is it?
That's a 6.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, in this case, you're just not helpful.
I don't have any spells.
Yeah.
I'd like to use Druidcraft. Actually.
Sure. To
make vines.
All right. Yeah, just keep generating vines. So I'm picturing basically Buster's behind it with these vines lowering it down,
Yeah.
and then you guys are up front, and Cameron's kind of like, I guess, just sort of scaling down the side. She probably got.
Fuck was that?
Stupid Cameron doesn't want to help.
What'd you do with the animals, by the way?
Which ones?
The cow and the
Oh
horses.
shit!
Oh shit! Wait, can't
I
they
think
come?
I think they can.
They
go
can
down. I think
stand on
can,
that.
like,
They can climb
make
on
their
a
way
50
down. Milkshake
degree.
is just levitating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
milkshake is levitating.
Milkshake's
down
about
there.
3 inches above the ground
Yeah.
all the time.
Guys, you
With
want,
the, like,
guys,
red glow
guys,
under it.
You want to put them on the bobsled?
Just
The animals?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to do it? You can do it.
No,
What's the likelihood of survival?
They'll survive. You just have to go find them.
Let's do it with
Because I mean, they're gonna
milkshake.
end up with a ton of momentum.
Wait,
You just have
hold
to go
on.
chase
I'm gonna
them
do it with
down.
milkshake.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
what?
gonna tie a rope to the back of the bobsled and then to my trident, and every like 10 seconds, like try to pull my trident back to me a little bit so it like kind of slows it down, so it's
Okay.
not going fucking. zoom.
That's smart.
But then the
Um,
freaking cow is slowly gonna start going off of the sled.
No, the cow.
An object that
Oh yeah,
object
no,
in motion will
it's
stay
gonna
in
go down to the
motion.
pool, and then the cow's just gonna go.
Okay, never mind then. I don't wanna
You
do
just
that.
gotta let it go.
Alright, so
Zing!
this is an
Alright,
interesting.
just
I
let
right
get-
into a dragon's
Guys,
mouth.
shockingly enough, I don't know. I have never expected.
You don't
to
have the
roll
mechanics for this.
A
balance check for a fucking cow on a
a
bobsled.
dexterity
going down.
saving throw for your pet cow.
If milkshake dies, I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god, that's the one thing you were meant to protect, and you're sending it down a hill.
No,
on
that
the
was all just a
fucking
joke.
sled. No, it wasn't.
That's literally your only purpose.
Fine, then I guess I'll just leave.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing a good
We're
job.
sending it
protecting
down a
us.
mountain
So-
to die.
I'm not doing a
Not
good
that.
job right
I'm
now.
rolling a dex check right now for this cow. to
You said it
steer.
would survive.
Well, just making sure it doesn't fall.
That's a 9, so it's.
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, that seems
Alright.
right for a
Can we
cow.
mo-
Yeah, that seems
yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Cows,
so-
if they
So
lay
I'd
down
say
too long.
basically, you load up the cow at the edge of this well, and they're like slowly lowering.
Can they not notice me for a little bit? I'm just like there. I can't really help at all, so I gotta have my own fun. I'm just like
You
milkshake.
guys
Come
are,
here,
like,
guy.
very Gently lowering this wagon down, sort of gently leading the horses.
And then Milkshake goes,
Yeah, no.
Wait,
and-
can I go with it?
Slow down, buddy. Right. Yeah. So you sort of doing that when you hear in the distance you hear a. And the sled just goes.
I'm with it. I wanna
flying.
be with it.
And with
Fucking
Valia just
Frozone.
clinging to the back of
Fucking
Milkshake
Frozone, yeah,
as they
man.
rocket down the
Ew.
well, and you just see them just sort of like skidding back and forth, and as they disappear into the darkness.
I
Can we
think
do-
that was
can
the
we do a
best.
barrel roll?
That is officially the best sound of the campaign.
Can we do a barrel roll?
And I'd say, yeah,
No, don't ask that.
Valia,
It's
can you
gonna
make
die.
a dex
Yeah.
saving throw with me?
You're gonna
Dex
kill our
saving
fucking
throw?
cow.
Yeah, just for the landing.
11.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled 11. If he stayed on with a 9, can I
18.
wait? Saving throw or acrobatics? Oh, it would be the same.
I guess yeah,
It would
acrobatics.
be.
would
It would
fine.
be the same.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I'd say you guys hear this, and then a couple seconds it's just like a down at the bottom.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah, and Valley, you have landed on this stone gravel floor.
And the horses are just walking down normally, you know.
Well, the horses are kind of
Well,
stumbling.
they're like,
They're kind of having to be carried by Buster.
The horses are too smart
Um,
to go with Valia down her
that's true.
sled.
Milkshake is.
And Milkshake's just like, yeah, I'll do it.
Milkshake can't die, so.
Whatevs. I'm already dead.
Inside.
I've died once.
And
Do I take any damage?
no, you don't take any damage. You just fell on your ass and looked silly.
Can Milkshake literally like just get up, like
I feel
off
like
the sled,
I feel
totally
like
fine?
Milkshake did a backflip off the fucking.
and then
bobsled.
landed and hovered.
No, Milkshake just kind of drifted into a really sick ass grind,
Okay,
and
that's
And
acceptable.
then ate some non-existent grass.
yeah. You know Milkshake doesn't need to be near a grass to eat grass, right?
Yeah. Milkshake just bites at the fucking air.
She's
Every-
eating grass from somewhere. You just don't know where.
Yeah, it's magic.
Oh my god, this cow's gonna be
Um,
the end of me.
Milkshake's
no,
lasted longer than
Trevor.
Orion.
Trevor, can I,
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Trevor, can I ask you one favor?
It's true.
Sure.
This is going to be the end of the game. I know,
Uh-oh.
but
Uh-oh. Right.
can Milkshake be the big bad evil guy?
I've considered it
Please.
more
have
than
you
I should have.
actually considered it?
Yeah,
No.
of course. I mean, it's just obviously.
That's
Please.
why they're following
But-
us.
Okay.
Milkshake
not following us,
is
they're
a
following
Milkshake. They don't give a rat's ass
They
about
don't
us.
think we're gonna stop them,
There
but
were-
they think Milkshake's gonna stop them.
Okay.
They're like, they know
As
it's the
you
cow.
get-
They bring it everywhere.
Milkshake is a Thune.
We've
I've
made
said
that
that.
joke.
Oh,
I've said that before.
really?
Yeah.
I
do
made
wanna
it
say.
again. It was funny.
Milkshake was the dead god.
Yeah, Milkshake is Kellenborg.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
2019.
Can milkshake
confirmed.
just be like everything?
Yeah. As you get to your feet at the bottom of this well, the sunlight now almost 200 feet behind you, you begin to appreciate the scale of the tunnels before you. This space could easily fit most cities you've ever encountered, with breathing room above. Stalactites dip down from the ceiling, these huge spears of solid granite that are easily larger than your own cart. And the ground below them that you're now standing on is mottled with past impacts. As you step forward and begin to lead the caravan deeper inward, you find the entire place has this very soft echo, a sort of gentle ambience aided by the sound of trickling water from some far-off source.
Trickling.
Druidcraft.
My God.
Is it really dark in there?
They're fucking
pretty dark.
spiders.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights all around the room.
I'm gonna pee myself.
Well, with every
Interesting.
every 20 feet, they can be within 20 feet of each other. So I'm put them
Okay.
like a circle around us.
Sweet. What are you doing with
And play
Druidcraft?
some music.
I just want to see if it's going to be raining stalactites later.
I don't know if that quite fits within weather.
Rats for the shot.
It's a very...
If it's raining stalactites, it says
Is
here.
it gonna rain Earth today?
It's gonna be raining stalactites.
It was worth a shot. I'm good.
What is the weather actually though? Because if it was thunderous, that could be bad.
Is it thunder?
Weather is the next day is fairly clear. Cloudy. Very cloudy. But that's about it.
With a chance.
Oh, your wind elemental's pissed.
Oh fuck. Wait, that's a good point actually. We're down in the.
No, it's following us. He already checked.
Oh shit balls.
Yeah.
Alright.
He still doesn't want to share that
Well,
information with
I
us.
mean,
so.
I'm just gonna sit in the. Actually, no. I'm gonna sit in the front. Do you want me to make another survival check?
Sure.
11.
We're lost.
11.
We go in. We're like, shit.
There's one exit and one entrance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, it's not particularly difficult to navigate down here since it is a cavern.
Yeah.
And at least for the time being, your path forward is forward. However, I'd say with an 11 survival, it's more just that you have trouble, like, driving on these new conditions. The granite floor is kind of uneven and you have to keep correcting. And even at one point I say you get the cart like stuck, one of the wheels kind of snaps and you have to rebuild it, or just sort of slightly prop it back up. What?
Mending.
Yeah, mending. Before you can continue on your
If
way.
we get a car stuck, I'm gonna kill
Shut up.
Oh
Shut
my
up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry.
Too many inside jokes.
So many inside jokes.
But these, I would say, as you travel, Cameron sort of comes up to talk to you, and I don't know who would be the most readily available.
Probably me. I'm driving.
I'm just sitting there. I ain't doing nothing. I'm probably up to him. Keep touching him with my necklace and casting thaumaturgy or something.
His
just to
his
grow
pellets
and
get
shrink,
too
grow
big
and
and it
shrink.
fucking falls. He's like, oh,
I'm like, sorry.
my loincloth.
That's probably what's going on right now.
Actually, his loincloth actually should probably be bigger.
It's only shrinking.
No, but I'd say Cameron basically just says, yeah. Well, I'm glad we got down that. But yeah, I still haven't quite been explained where we're going or why.
That's a good point.
If you guys can fill me in, I can help.
Listen, we don't want you to be hurt at all. We don't. You're not going to get hurt. I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. But we're going someplace. It's going to be very dangerous, and we've been asked to do it by the temple. We've already done it once. We almost didn't make it. But now we're going to instigate a fight between us and some unfortunate adversaries in order to retrieve something. They're very powerful. So, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you will be fine.
Cameron, can you bless things?
Sorry, that was rolling for you.
Insight check.
Yeah, I was inside checking you.
Was I lying?
No, she just, it was something else.
Curious.
We'll get to it later. But,
Can you bless objects and things?
she says,
Do 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 do.
She's like, let me just reach back in my memory.
yeah, let me just, like, dig through my memory for a second and figure out what level of spell bless is.
It's like
Um,
second, first,
Yeah.
first, it's first.
She say, bless as in, create objects of holy reverence? No, that's a bit beyond my ability. I have some minor abilities, and she sort of puts up a hand and creates some lights of her own to join with yours, that have continued to orbit, and she says, I think I can be useful to you. I have plenty of healing abilities.
Yes, I was hoping you could bless things too.
Well,
Disappointed. You want to play some cards?
sure, Valia.
Yeah, I just want to like cheat at poker with this chick.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm proficient with a deck of cards.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this. If you want to just steal this girl's money, that's
100
fine.
gold
with me.
limit,
Okay.
minimum of 10.
She'll go with you until she's 10 gold out. She's out
Well,
10
it's a
gold.
minimum of 10, so we play our game.
Um,
21. I'm 10 gold.
So-
Richard.
yeah. So
Fun.
Cal, you sort of watch Valia and Cameron just sort of idly playing cards in the back for a while. Valia is pretty clearly just stealing from this girl, but Cameron looks like she's having a lot of fun, so you don't really feel the need to go and
It's
interfere.
fair. It's a fair trade. Okay.
What is Val doing when she steals stuff?
I'm not stealing anything. I'm just cheating, and then I take what she bet.
Like, where are you putting it?
I'm putting it right in my pocket.
Can I try to grab some?
Okay.
Not while you're driving the car.
Yeah.
Damn it. Alright.
This is a fun game. 21.
But I would say, I'd say later in the day. I'd say towards the end of when you are thinking of traveling.
Arthur.
You okay, buddy?
I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
We're all
dude.
Other-
You're just like- Arthur is melting. Sorry, dude.
We've had a rough few days.
Near the end of your period of travel today, Cameron actually, I'd say around this point, Valia has either fallen asleep or lost interest and sort of just wandered
Oh
off.
no, wait. When I'm done, I'm gonna give her all her gold back.
Okay, that's really sweet.
Plus another 10.
I'd say the point is, this is the point where your compatriots are resting or asleep. It's just sort of like a downtime moment when she sort of, because you're still up driving the cart for now, and she kind of climbs up into the other side of the front bench with you, and you can see she sits down and is sort of looking around, but she pretty clearly, like, can I have you roll insight real quick?
Fucking asshole, man. I think it's 14.
14?
Insight plus 8, 7 plus 8. Yeah, it's 15.
I'm awake, dude.
You were shutting your eyes.
I wasn't.
I was watching you closing your eyes.
Whatever.
Um,
I'm good.
it's hard to tell what exactly, but she basically just she's trying to figure out how to say something and hasn't figured it out yet.
Okay.
Um,
Can I pin what that thing is? Really?
with a 15, probably not. I'd say you don't need to wonder for long, because after a few moments, she kind of turns to you, Cal, and she says, "Okay, Cal, if I'm gonna be with you for this, can we start a policy of just open information? Would that be okay? I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you things the church doesn't want to tell you, even if you're just willing to be open with me. All right?"
That was cocked. It's a 24 on insight on whether or not I don't really trust her, because I feel like everyone at this point, like the people at that last church, had modified memories. I don't know if anyone's really trustworthy. Does she seem trustworthy?
She seems genuine. She is being genuine. in this
genuine
moment.
or trustworthy.
It's a harder thing to pin down.
24.
If you're considering the meta level of could have a modified memory, nobody is trustworthy.
That's true.
In terms of
So,
just normally, yes, she
like,
is
but-
trustworthy.
Okay. The people we're going to see are very strong. They're working to.
I know about the church, Cal.
Yeah.
Like, it's not uncommon knowledge, at least in the temple. I
Right.
figured that's probably what we're doing.
That's exactly what we're doing. What else do you need to know?
Why us?
I've been asking myself that as well.
She says, well, I hope we're ready. Thank you, Cal. And she gives you a pat on the shoulder again and heads back in the cart. Is there anything you want to do for the end of your first day?
No.
Okay.
Anything you guys want to do?
I mean, I guess at the end of it, I'll just ritual commune with nature.
I mean,
I assume he's here.
Yeah, the elemental is still following you.
Okay. Then I would like to know, because we're in a new environment, are there any other celestials, fae, fiends, or undead? Influence from other planes of
within
existence?
5 miles.
Influence
Yeah.
from other planes of existence.
Yep.
What's the range?
3 miles.
3 miles. It seems like maybe there has been a little while back. You're not picking up anything direct besides the elemental, though.
And then I would like to know prevalent minerals and animals. That's the last thing.
There are definitely, I guess, in terms of minerals, it's mostly granite. This wasn't really a mine. It's more of just a sinkhole underneath the mountain. There's probably gold. I'd say you'd probably pick up gold or something like that within range. It's just ore, so you'd have to mine it. In terms of animals, there's bugs. There's a lot of cockroaches, that sort of thing. I'd say you even managed to pick up the... is this detecting animals and stuff?
Yeah.
I'd say you maybe even pick up the presence of a bullet off in the distance, but it doesn't seem to have any... It doesn't seem to be coming close to you. It just seems to be moving around about 2 miles out.
Okay.
And that's about it.
That's it for me then.
All right.
And how far the elemental is?
I'd say now it's about half a kilometer away.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. And if there's nothing left to attend to, the called head out farther into this Sabatis passage. Is that a good enough name for you,
It's a
Nate?
fantastic name. I don't know where I came up with it.
And once again, the called find themselves alone. And that is where we will pick up next time. I know it's a bit earlier than usual, but we're all pretty tired.
Tired.
Very,
Um,
very tired.
So thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you check back next week. We've got an exciting couple of episodes coming up, I hope.
Hopefully.
Thank you all so much for watching.
We get to level up now, right?
No.
Oh my god!
Look at all the stuff
what the
we
fuck?
fought.
This is not end of stream
Fought a
worthy
bunch
talk.
of stuff.
Thank you guys all so much for watching.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.